It's the wedding day at the Su family residence. Meet our girl Su Qing, the eldest daughter. She's finally leaving this house. This place stopped being a safe haven for her a long time ago. Her mother died, and within a month, her father brought home a new wife and a new daughter. For years, our poor heroine has endured their relentless bullying. But her suffering is finally over. She's getting married to the young master of the Chu family. He seems like a dream come true. This is her chance to finally start a new life. But of course, her wicked stepsister just has to ruin the moment. She sneers, accusing Su Qing of using dirty tricks to snag such a prestigious man. This is her stepsister, Suzu, the family's little princess. Our girl claps back with a savage smile. She congratulates Suzu on becoming Lu Rongyuan's fourth wife. Oh, and by the way, he's a disfigured cripple, so you'll probably be a widow soon. Before the claws can really come out, they're interrupted. The tension in this room is thick. And look who it is, the wicked stepmother, Qin Su Qing. She announces the cars have arrived. She offers Su Qing a wedding gift from her and her father. It's a gorgeous necklace, but our girl knows better than to trust this woman. Still, she has no choice but to accept it. The stepmother orders the maid to escort Su Qing to the Chu family's car. But as she's led away, a sinister plot is revealed. The stepmother reassures her daughter. She drugged Su Qing's food, and that car is not going to the Chu family. It's going to the Lu family, a perfect punishment for stealing her daughter's man. And if she even survives the night, well, rumor has it Lu's previous wives were all tortured to death. In the car, our girl starts to feel strange. It's getting so hot. She remembers the stepmother giving her an extra portion of her favorite dish. So thoughtful, or so she thought. The heat becomes unbearable. The food, it was poisoned. After all her caution, she still fell for their trap. She looks out the window and panics. This isn't the way to the Chu estate. The driver coldly informs her that he's from the Lu family. The Lu family, her blood runs cold. She demands he stop the car, but he just points to the necklace. It was personally selected by Patriarch Lu. That witch Qin Su Qing, she switched the weddings. They're sending her to a house of horrors just to be destroyed. As the car slows down, she knows this is her only chance. She refuses to let them win. She throws the car door open and jumps out. She hits the ground hard, but adrenaline is pumping. She has to run, has to get away before they catch her. Up ahead, she sees lights people. She pushes herself forward, desperate for help. She would rather die than marry that disfigured cripple. She runs for her life down the dark street. Meanwhile, a call is made to young Master Lu. His bride has escaped. A runaway bride, his lips curve into a smirk, interesting. He hangs up completely unbothered. But as he turns, someone slams right into him. It's our girl, tears streaming down her face. "Help me," she gasps. "Please save me." His expression is icy. Just as her pursuers catch up, she begs him one last time. She uses him as a shield, hiding from the men who are chasing her. The driver is stunned, young Master Lu. The man's eyes flash with a dangerous light. "Leave us." His men immediately back off. But the poison is getting worse. Her veins feel like they're about to burst. The pain is agonizing. They must have used a smaller dose, otherwise she'd already be dead. She stumbles, mumbling for water. She's burning up. He catches her, his sharp eyes noticing her flushed state. She's been drugged. In her delirium, she clings to him. "Please, save me, I'll do anything." Her body is on fire. He grabs her chin, forcing her to look at him. "Do you know who I am?" His gaze is intense, almost predatory. She can barely speak, and no, so hot, please. "Endure a while longer," he says, his voice surprisingly soft. His driver is shocked. Master Lu never interferes in other people's business. But our girl is just desperate to live. "Save me, don't let me die." He pulls her close. "Lucky day, you'll live." She finally passes out, trusting him completely. He scoffs. "Woman, remember, I'm Lu Rongyuan, the very man she was running from." He tells his driver to take them to their hospital. This debt will be repaid. The driver obeys without question. The next morning, she wakes up in a hospital VIP suite with a pounding headache. "Where?" she whispers, looking around the unfamiliar room. "A hospital, how did she get here?" Then she sees him. A man is asleep, his head resting on her bed. And wow, he's unusually handsome. She flashes back to the night before. He saved her, and he didn't take advantage of her. Time to get out of here before he wakes up. She tries to sneak away, but a voice stops her. "Ungrateful woman. He's awake, saved you only to flee, you owe me." She stammers, completely flustered. She knows he's right. She did approach him first. Just leaving feels wrong. "My first time," he says with a smirk, and thanks settles it. Her mind goes straight to the gutter. That phrasing is way too suggestive. He clarifies, "And my first time helping a stranger." He leans in close. "Besides marriage or murder," he purrs, "how else do you plan to repay me?" Panicked, she blurts out that she'll repay him any way he wants. He sits back looking serious now. "First, explain yesterday." So she tells him everything: the evil stepmother, the drugging, the forced marriage. She can't marry someone she doesn't love. She thinks this handsome man seems principled. She ends with, "I'd rather die than marry him," but his face darkens. "Rather die," he repeats. "My wedding night ruined by you." He leans in, a devilish glint in his eyes. "You owe me a bride." "Wait, what?" She ruined his wedding night. She apologizes profusely. He lays on the sad puppy dog act. "A poor man like me finally finds a wife only to lose her. He's got her right where he wants her." She promises again to repay him. Truly, he asks, his chibai form looking absolutely delighted. He grabs her hand, then come now meet my parents. He stops her, telling her not now. Our girl tries to leave, telling him they'll talk later. She needs to confront her father, but he just hands her a note. He smoothly tells her he'll wait for her. He picks up the necklace she left behind with a dangerous smirk. Just then, his phone rings. It's his assistant, panicking that the bride ran away. He asks what could possibly be more important than the wedding. He casually mentions he was with the bride all night. Plot twist. His confidant is completely baffled. He explains the Su family pulled a Beitan switch with their disfavored daughter. The man on the phone confirms it was a scheme and our girl was the victim. Our ML is ice cold. He orders the marriage annulled. And he wants no reprisals against the Su family. His friend is losing his mind. The Su family deceived him. But the boss has spoken, process the annulment. His assistant reminds him his record is only widowed, never divorced. With 3 deceased wives, a live one messes up the whole plan. He remembers our girl's face from their night together. A look of pure determination crosses his face. He declares with chilling confidence this one won't die. He orders his man to prepare an inexpensive car. The play. It's time to move. Wife retrieval. This man is not playing games. Meanwhile, our girl arrives home to find the matter is already closed. Her father and stepmother look relieved but confused. Why would the powerful Liu family let this go so easily? The moment he sees her, her father explodes with rage. He grabs her, his face twisted in fury. She demands to know if he was in on the scheme, and he loses it. She calls him out for throwing her to the wolves. Her father and stepmother are completely unfazed. He has the audacity to tell her she should be grateful. She fires back, asking why her precious stepsister wasn't sent instead. He claims it was her duty as the eldest. Her world shatters. The blatant disregard for her life is staggering. She reminds him he's barely been a father to her at all. He slaps her for disrespecting the woman who ruined her life. Our poor heroine trembles, whispering, "My mother died years ago." She remembers a childhood of being treated like a servant. While her stepsister lived in luxury, she was a beggar in her own home. She was the invisible daughter, a secret kept from the world. She was utterly alone. Marriage was supposed to be her escape, but it was just another trap. Her father defends his new wife and coldly dismisses our girl. After 17 years of this, she finally realizes explaining is pointless. But her wicked stepmother isn't finished with her yet. She leans in, whispering about her wedding gift. Our girl stares in horror, realizing the truth. The evil woman smirks, asking if she was satisfied. Pure evil. The evil stepmother corners our girl, Su Qing, looking way too smug for her own good. She sneers, holding a secret that could ruin everything. Then she drops the bomb. Su Qing bore another man's child years ago. She threatens to expose her for fraud, a scandal that would destroy her. Our poor girl remembers the nightmare, how she was framed and her child supposedly died at birth. But the stepmother delivers the most twisted plot twist ever. The child didn't die, it was a boy. Su Qing completely loses it, demanding to know where her son is. But this monster just calls the child a valuable pawn and refuses to say a word. Our girl is left trembling with rage, vowing to get her revenge someday. The wicked witch just smirks and walks away, leaving our heroine to crumble. But Su Qing's resolve hardens. She will find her son no matter what it takes. Later, our girl is drowning her sorrows with her best friend Enryuo. Enryuo is absolutely livid about the whole bride-swapping fiasco. She downs her wine, ready to fight someone on our girl's behalf. But Su Qing is just broken, whispering how much it all hurts. Her own father used her, sacrificed her for his own gain. She sobs, convinced she's lost the love of her life, Tianyi, forever. She's hit rock bottom, feeling like she has nothing left. Bestie of the year Enryuo tries to hype her up, promising to find her a better man. But as she talks about elite bachelors, our girl's mind drifts to someone else. The mysterious, powerful man she was forced to marry instead. She wonders why she's even thinking of him at a time like this. Suddenly, she looks up and her heart stops. Speak of the devil, her ex-fiancé Tianyi is standing right there. He's supposed to be out of town, but here he is, looking all broody and handsome. He spots her and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. He starts walking towards her table. Panicked, our girl decides she has to explain everything that happened. She rushes over and grabs his arm, desperate to make him understand. She tries to tell him their parents orchestrated the whole bride swap. But he just looks at her with pain in his eyes. And then he drops a confession that shatters her world into a million pieces. He slept with her sister, thinking it was her. The audacity! He then tries to justify it, promising he'll divorce the sister and marry her once he secures his inheritance. Our girl is just numb, unable to process the betrayal. He asks her to wait just 6 months, as if that makes it okay. That's it, the love she had for him dies right there on the spot. She tells him she was blind to have ever loved a man like him. As she pulls away, her trash sister Suzu appears, ready to start drama. And here we go. Suzu immediately accuses our girl of trying to seduce her husband. She clings to Tianyi's arm, putting on a fake, sickly sweet act. Our girl dryly compliments her stellar acting and wishes her all the karma she deserves. The ex has the nerve to tell her to stop making a scene. The sister gloats, calling our girl an unworthy hag, who could never compete with her. The smug look on her face is just begging for a slap. Then she goes too far, insulting the man Su Qing actually married. That's the last straw. Our girl finally snaps. The sister fires back with insults, calling her an illegitimate bastard. The screaming match is chaotic, with the sister accusing our girl of being a man-stealer just like her mother. As she rears back to strike, but our girl has had enough. She catches the wrist midair. Years of patience are officially gone, and then comes the most satisfying slap in history. The sister is stunned. Fueled by years of repressed rage, our girl tackles her to the ground. As the sister screams for help, a certain someone is watching the whole chaotic scene from a luxury car outside. It's her new husband, and he's got a little smirk on his face. My wife, he thinks, isn't one to be trifled with. And honestly, we love to see it. At the restaurant, our girl absolutely floors her rival. She reminds the pathetic woman that her fiancé doesn't even value her. The trashy ex-friend Suzu gets up fuming with rage. She screams that this fight isn't over, but our girl just gives a savage little smile. I'll be waiting. She walks away feeling surprisingly good after that chaotic showdown. What really hurts is her ex revealing his true ugly nature. It's too late for the subway, so she decides to splurge on a cab. She gives the driver her address and then mutters, "All men, trash." But this isn't just any driver. He smirks and asks what she said. Our poor heroine was just thinking out loud how embarrassing. Suddenly, he yells, "Look out," and pulls her close to him. She blurts it out again, "You men are all scum." Then in a drunken haze, she whispers, "I wanna," and leans in for a kiss. And she immediately passes out on his shoulder, so chaotic. Oh no, not only that, she's about to puke all over him. The next morning, our girl wakes up with a pounding headache. She sits up, completely disoriented in an unfamiliar room. Her eyes land on a man sleeping peacefully beside her. And holy moly, he's shirtless, the abs, she panics. Clutching the sheets, her mind races. What happened last night? The mystery man wakes up and offers her some water. He says her voice is raw from crying and asks what she was doing out so late. She realizes she mistook his car for a taxi. He just smiles and calls it fate. Our girl is mortified and insists on taking responsibility for her drunken mistake. She awkwardly chugs the water while he just stares. He teases her, calling drunkenness a convenient excuse. Her vomit ruined his clothes. He tried calling her old number, but it was disconnected. Oh right, she changed it. He decides they should start over. Let's reintroduce ourselves. She says her name is Su Qing. He thinks it's bizarre how close they are already. He introduces himself as Rongyuan, a 30-year-old errand boy, and adds that he's completely healthy, making our poor girl choke. But wait, Rongyuan, the name rings a bell, the eldest son of the Liu family. Rumor has it he's disfigured, terminally ill, and stuck in a wheelchair. She looks at this absolute snack of a man in front of her. Nah, can't be him, must be a coincidence. He mentions he's single now, by the way. She remembers her ex's betrayal, her old life is over. It's time to move forward and be completely chaotic. So she looks him dead in the eye and asks, "Will you be my boyfriend?" He's stunned for a moment, processing her sudden proposal. Then he says, "I won't be your boyfriend." Oof, rejection, our girl is so embarrassed. But then he leans in close, a glint in his eye, "I'll be your husband." Wait, what? From boyfriend to husband in 2 seconds. Our girl thinks this is moving way too fast. But he smoothly suggests they take it slow and just be boyfriend and girlfriend first. He checks in about her parents, asking if they gave her a hard time. He's completely touched by her kindness. She's so gentle despite this whole chaotic mess. He tells her they're on a trip to clear their heads, but he'll take her to meet them soon. She agrees, but her stomach betrays her with a massive growl. He just laughs and takes her hand, offering to get her some food first. His grip is so firm and warm around her little hand. She can only blush and nod like a fool. She must be crazy, agreeing to date a guy she's met twice. Meanwhile, he's just staring at her, thinking she's the most adorable thing he's ever seen. At the restaurant, he tells her to order whatever she wants. But our girl is trying to be considerate, saying a simple set meal is plenty. He's so amused. "Is my girlfriend trying to save me money?" he teases. He thinks she's such a good girl and he needs to cherish her properly. Then he whips out a gold card, handing over his entire life savings. He claims he doesn't earn much but will work hard for a better life with her. Our girl is absolutely floored. He's giving her his entire fortune after 2 days. He insists it's normal, saying a man's heart is where his money is. She clutches the card, stunned. Is this what security feels like? Holding it, she feels a sense of calm. He may not be rich, but he's sincere. This is all she ever wanted, a simple, warm life. She agrees to hold on to it, telling him to just ask her for pocket money. It's a deal. He smiles, completely satisfied. Finally, their food arrives and they can start eating. But their date is about to be crashed. His friend Wan Yang spots them from outside. Wan Yang can't believe his eyes, the head of the Liu family at a roadside stall. And with a woman, his ice-cold boss is finally in love. She notices he's barely eating, just serving her food this whole time. She asks if she did anything embarrassing last night while she was drunk. He just smiles, playing it cool and telling her not to worry. Our poor heroine admits she completely blacked out. The absolute cringe is real. Just then, a voice calls out to her new boyfriend. His friend casually strolls up to their table. Wan Yang is practically buzzing. He's not walking away from this spectacle. "Your friend," our girl asks politely. "Not very close," he replies coldly, but they introduce themselves. Wan Yang greets her, but he's completely stunned. He's never seen such a beautiful woman in his life. Rongyuan immediately grabs her hand and declares, "My girlfriend." His friend's jaw hits the floor. The impossible has happened. The eternal bachelor is taken. Our girl quickly makes an excuse to leave for another appointment. As soon as she walks away, Wen Yang starts grilling his boss. What is going on? Rongyuan is unbothered. Chasing his own wife is way more fun than some boring engagement. But his friend warns him this is dangerous. What if his enemies realize she's his weakness? His eyes turn to ice. Anyone who wants to die is welcome to try me. The CEO's assistant can't believe his eyes. After all these years, his boss is finally showing interest in someone other than work. Maybe this isn't such a bad thing after all. But he reminds the boss that Miss Su is just making a delivery. The CEO just smirks, grabbing his keys. He's fully committed to his poor boyfriend act to win her over. The assistant is absolutely floored when he sees the cheap car his billionaire boss is driving. The boss warns him to keep his mouth shut around her. The assistant's survival instincts kick in and he zips his lips. The CEO sits in his humble ride, sending a quick text. He's arranging for a salary to be transferred to his own account to keep up the facade. 2 weeks later, our girl is working late again. She has to rush to catch the last bus home, but she's too late and watches it drive away. Looks like it's another expensive cab ride for her poor wallet, but just then a car pulls up beside her. She looks over and it's him, Lu Rongyuan. She's stunned, realizing it's been 2 whole weeks since they last saw each other. Our poor girl almost forgot she even had a boyfriend. He smirks, saying he'll have to refresh her memory tonight. He claims he finished work early just to see her. She plays it cool, saying she's been busy too. He opens the car door, inviting her to dinner. He tells her he'll be her personal chauffeur from now on. It's not safe for a girl to be out so late, he says, getting way too close for comfort. He leans over to buckle her seatbelt. Chauffeur duty comes with the boyfriend title, he purrs. Our girl's heart is about to explode. They drive through the city, pulling up to an absurdly fancy restaurant. She recognizes it immediately. This place is for the super elite. It only serves 50 guests a day and you need more than just money to get in. She panics, thinking about how crazy expensive it is. Her family couldn't even dream of getting on the wait list, but he just calls the food decent. She tries to back out, worried he's just trying to save face. She's convinced he has no idea how much a meal here costs, but he just grabs her hand, telling her not to worry about his wallet. This is what boyfriends do, he says, looking deep into her eyes. She's still flustered, protesting that they can't even get in. But of course, the drama follows them everywhere. Her snake of a sister shows up with her own arm candy. Our girl can smell the fake innocence from a mile away. The sister immediately zeroes in on the handsome man beside her. She's stunned by how gorgeous he is, and immediately gets jealous. Our girl proudly introduces him as her boyfriend. She adds a savage little comment that her love life is none of her sister's business. Oh, the sister is shook. Her fiancé scoffs, thinking our girl must have hired an actor to make him jealous. But our man isn't about to let that slide. He pulls her in for a kiss right there in front of them. The evil couple is completely speechless, and he just keeps kissing her, staking his claim in the most dramatic way possible. He leans in and kisses her right in front of her scumbag ex. The shock of the moment completely takes over. Our poor girl is flustered, thinking this might be real love. He's just thrilled she's calling him hers, even if it's an act. But her ex loses his mind and grabs her wrist aggressively. She screams at him to let her go. Suddenly, a hand intercepts. It's our ML, looking deadly serious. He twists the ex's arm, telling him to show some respect. The new girlfriend sneers, calling him a pathetic gold digger. But our girl claps back, saying she'd be happy on a bicycle with him. The ex is fuming, calling him a penniless loser. She warns him to watch his mouth before he seriously regrets it. Her new man calls her darling, ready to leave the trash behind. He finds her fierce defense absolutely adorable. He dismisses the annoying couple as flies not worth their time. The new girl screeches, "Who are you calling flies?" She claims they could never get a reservation at a fancy place like this. He coldly agrees it's no place for strays. The look in his eyes could freeze hell over. And just like that, he announces they're permanently blacklisted. The audacity, she can't believe what she's hearing. She scoffs, asking who this clown thinks he is. Our girl knows he's bluffing, but she's ready to ride or die for him. The mean girl taunts her, saying reality is about to hit hard. A tense stare-down ensues as the manager approaches. She smugly tells them to apologize before they get dragged out. Our heroine just smirks and tells her to dream on. The girl tries to tattle to the manager about the strays. She wants them thrown out for being an embarrassment, but the manager walks right past her without a single glance. He bows respectfully to our girl's boyfriend, calling him Mr. Lu. The trash couple's jaws are on the floor. Our girl is just as confused. She starts to question everything. Has she ever truly known him? She remembers his clothes, his car. It was all so different before. Is he hiding his real identity? Was his entire backstory just a complete lie? She grabs his sleeve, needing answers right now. Lu Rongyuan, she demands, who are you really? He asks Qing to trust him, promising to explain everything later. Our girl hesitates for a moment, but decides he hasn't given her any reason not to. Just then, his assistant orders security to clear the entire venue for a private event. The guards immediately approach some trashy-looking extras. The guy pulls the "do you know who my daddy is" card, but our ML shuts that down instantly. He orders them thrown out, his voice pure ice. The couple gets dragged away screaming bloody murder, making a total scene. With a final, chilling command, he has them blacklisted from the venue forever. Then he turns back to our girl, all smiles as if nothing happened. She's totally confused, asking how they got in if the place was fully booked. She assumes his rich friend Mr. Wan must have pulled some strings. Our poor heroine feels a pang of guilt for doubting him. "It's okay, girl, he's loaded. This is the least he could do." As they're led to their private table, she realizes she underestimated just how connected he is. The waiter explains Mr. Wan had an urgent matter, leaving them to enjoy the feast he prepared. He tells her his friend's role is done. They sit down to eat. She asks what role, and he plays it off as a corporate emergency, not wanting a third wheel. She then asks how he even knows someone so wealthy. He casually claims he saved the guy's life once without blinking an eye. Our girl buys it, but something still feels off. As he gently peels a shrimp for her, her mind flashes back to the insults thrown at him. She worries that their nasty words might have hurt his feelings. She tells him not to take it to heart, but he just brushes it off, calling them dogs barking as he places the shrimp in her bowl. She's still a little shaken. He reassures her that her boyfriend isn't so easily provoked by nobodies. Finally, she relaxes and they decide to just enjoy their beautiful dinner. Later, they're driving home under the starry city sky. The mood is romantic and quiet. He reaches over and takes her hand. She gets all flustered, telling him to watch the road, but he just smirks, loving how easily he can make her blush. He keeps holding her hand, the smooth operator. Our girl just melts into a puddle, staring at her reflection. But the sweet moment is shattered when his phone suddenly rings. His entire demeanor shifts as he answers, his face hardening into a grim mask. His knuckles turn white on the steering wheel. Our girl is stunned. She's never seen him look this serious before, and a cold dread fills her heart. Our girl tells her new beau she's fine and to just drop her off here. He promises to pick her up for work tomorrow, then speeds off into the night. But the moment she's alone, her phone rings. It's an unknown number. A panicked voice screams on the other end. It's her friend Rongyuan, and she's in trouble. Su Qing races to the King's Club, bursting through the doors like a bat out of hell. And there she is, Rongyuan, being forced to drink by some sleazy guy. Our girl storms over, grabbing her completely wasted friend. "Get out of the way," she yells, shoving the creep aside. He stumbles back dramatically, and his little goons immediately panic. Su Qing doesn't stick around to chat. She grabs her friend and bolts. They duck into a deserted back alley, hoping they lost them. But their relief is short-lived. They hear terrifying voices nearby. They've stumbled upon a man getting the beatdown of his life. Of all the alleys in the city, they had to walk into a gang war. They try to sneak away while the thugs are distracted. But a clumsy step gives them away. "Who's there?" a voice shouts. Crap, they've been spotted by the masked goons. Su Qing tries to lie her way out of it, claiming they saw nothing. But the leader slowly approaches, and you can feel the absolute dread in the air. He stands before them, an intimidating figure surrounded by his crew. Our girl's eyes lock onto his mask. The red horns, it's the Dark Knight Syndicate. She realizes they are in a world of trouble. No one escapes the syndicate. The man on the ground continues to beg for his life. He confesses to betraying the boss out of greed. "Big mistake, buddy." The boss is asked what to do with the traitor. His command is simple and ruthless: deal with him according to the rules. The man is dragged off, screaming for a mercy he will not get. This is not a drill. These guys are terrifyingly real. The boss turns his cold gaze towards our girls. His subordinate asks what to do with the two witnesses. Her heart plummets. She promises they'll keep their mouths shut, but the henchman is savage. "Only the dead don't talk." Su Qing shields her friend, begging them to at least spare Rongyuan. But then she remembers her training. It's better to fight than to just wait to die. In a flash, she kicks off her high heel and lunges at the boss. She grabs onto him, a desperate, chaotic move to create an opening. But as she holds him, a strange feeling washes over her. His presence, it's so familiar. He looks down at her, clearly shocked by her audacity. In that moment, he makes a split-second decision and orders his men to let them go. Su Qing doesn't question it, thanking him profusely as she supports her friend. But just as they're leaving, his second-in-command objects. "You're really just letting them go." A girl and her friend are cornered in a dark alley. She's sure this is the end. But just then, a mysterious man with horns and a dagger appears. He tells them to hurry up and go. They don't need to be told twice and immediately bolt. The man watches them leave, a strange look in his eyes. He orders his subordinate to secretly escort her home. His lackey is confused. Aren't they assassins, not bodyguards? But the man suddenly grabs our girl, his voice dripping with menace. He says since she saw everything, she can't leave alive. She screams. And then she wakes up, gasping for air. Thank God, it was all just a terrifying nightmare. She looks around for her friend, but the room is empty. She spots a note left on the table. And Rongyuan had an emergency and left early. As she sips her water, she glances at the clock and nearly chokes. Crap, it's almost 9. She's going to be late for work. She sprints out the door in a complete panic. Just as she's trying to fix her hair, a car pulls up beside her. And who else could it be but her handsome delivery guy? Our girl is completely stunned. Did he really come all this way just to pick her up? He smoothly asks if she slept well, holding the door for her like a true prince. They get in the car, but before they can go, he stops her. He leans in close, not for a kiss, but to give her something. It's a small red box. He tells her to open it. He just smirks and calls it a token of affection. This man is too smooth. She opens it nervously, her heart pounding. Inside is a stunningly beautiful necklace. This has to be expensive. She's completely blown away. She tries to refuse it, but he lies with a perfectly straight face that it's just plastic. Our girl totally believes him, thinking he's just a poor delivery boy. She says she feels bad because she doesn't have a gift for him. He leans in close and says he's already received his gift. Our poor heroine is so confused, what gift? And then he drops the cheesiest line in history, "You are the best gift." Her brain completely short-circuits. Later at work, she's still blushing when her coworker asks what's wrong. Her friend quickly launches into some juicy office gossip. And right on cue, the subject of the gossip, the boss's daughter, walks in. She announces she's lost a bracelet and no one can leave until it's found. Her sharp eyes immediately lock onto our heroine's wrist. She points dramatically and screeches, "That's my bracelet, why are you wearing it?" All eyes in the office turn to our girl, who is absolutely mortified. The office mean girl confronts our heroine, Su Qing. She accuses her of stealing a bracelet worth millions. Su Qing is stunned. Her friend told her this bracelet was only a few hundred. She realizes she must have mistaken it for her own cheap one. She tries to explain it's hers and not worth that much, but the accuser Mingju isn't having it. Mingju declares it's the famous heart of the goddess, a one-of-a-kind gift. She accuses Su Qing of stealing it from the restroom. What a chaotic claim. Our girl realizes this is a total frame job. She saw Mingju earlier without any bracelet. The office vultures immediately start gossiping. They can't believe Su Qing is a thief. They sneer about how she offended the boss's daughter. Her career is basically over. Just then a man in a suit walks in. Perfect timing, or is it? Mingju immediately tells him to call the police on this thief. He instantly fires Su Qing, no questions asked. What a jerk. But our girl stands her ground. She demands the police get involved to clear her name. Her ex's family is shocked she's still fighting back. And just when you think it can't get worse, another enemy appears. Suzu has arrived. Mingju wastes no time telling her new ally all about the theft. Suzu pretends to be surprised. She knows the bracelet is worth 8 million. Su Qing insists it's a gift from her boyfriend, but they just laugh at her. Suzu drops a savage bomb. She knows the real buyer was the young master of the Wan Corporation. She then calls our girl and her mother pathological liars. The audacity, Mingju asks if Suzu knows this thief. Suzu acts all high and mighty. "I'm not familiar with her, it's the shade." Then she brings in the final boss, the designer's assistant, here to expose the fake. Our girl realizes this was a planned attack. They even brought an expert. Suzu smirks, thinking she's about to humiliate Su Qing for life. Su Qing agrees to the inspection, but Liu Dong suddenly shouts, "Wait." He grabs Mingju's arm, trying to stop the whole thing. He tells her to just let it go. He's clearly trying to protect his ex. But Mingju is furious. She thinks he still has feelings for Su Qing. She shoves him aside and screams for the expert to inspect the bracelet. She's determined to see our girl get destroyed. The expert Andy takes Su Qing's wrist for a closer look. Su Qing calmly states that her and Liu Dong's initials are engraved inside. Andy looks up, a serious expression on her face. The bracelet is indeed. Just then another employee runs in. She found Mingju's bracelet. It had fallen under the sink in the restroom. The plot thickens. Mingju is speechless. That is definitely her bracelet. Our girl looks at her with cold fury. Is my innocence proven now? But the mean girls aren't done. They now accuse her of buying a cheap replica. Suzu piles on, saying she's just a vain and jealous woman. Su Qing is shocked by their shamelessness. They just won't quit. But then the expert speaks up. "Everyone," she says, her voice cutting through the noise. "The bracelet in this Miss Su's hand is the real one." The entire room gasps. The villains are completely floored. How can this be? A slow, satisfied smile begins to form on our heroine's face. Checkmate. The hater can't believe it. This has to be a cheap replica. She tells her friend Andy to expose our girl's fake bracelet. Oh look, an expert arrives. He claims he can spot a fake from a mile away. He drops a bombshell. The real goddess's heart can't be engraved. The mean girl loses it, demanding to know what's going on. Her boyfriend starts sweating bullets. He admits he got scammed. This is so humiliating. He tries to explain, but she is not having it. She storms off in a rage, leaving him behind. Our girl watches the drama unfold. Dog eat dog, how satisfying. The real expert compliments Su Qing's bracelet, wishing her and her boyfriend happiness. Andy is absolutely fuming. How did Su Qing get the $8 million bracelet? She accuses Su Qing's broke loser boyfriend of being a fraud. She straight up calls him a sugar daddy, but our girl claps back with pure savagery. "Weren't you the one who got thrown out last night? Ouch." The hater is seething. "Let's see how long you can keep that smug look." She stomps away, defeated for now. But her words plant a seed of doubt. If the bracelet is real, was he lying? Our girl shakes it off. He's her boyfriend, she should believe him. It must be a super realistic replica. She decides to buy him a gift in return. She heads to the store feeling happy and in love. She's so excited, she can't wait to see his face when he opens it. He's going to absolutely love this gift, but look who she runs into. What a coincidence, Mr. Wan. They exchange some pleasantries on the street. He asks if she's buying a gift for the boss. She confirms it, but then a voice calls out young miss. It's Uncle Xiang, her family's butler. How did he find her? This can't be good news. He says the master wants her home immediately. She flatly refuses. So he brings out the blackmail, her sick brother's medication. Our girl is horrified, her own father wouldn't dare. She thinks of her poor brother, Su Jai, who's so sick. He's using the only family she has left to threaten her. It's monstrous. The butler pressures her to come quietly. She demands to know what this is about. The master has arranged her marriage to the second young master of the Fu family. Our girl is stunned. Her father is trying to marry her off to an idiot. She's not going anywhere. Whoever wants to can marry him, I won't. The butler's face hardens. He orders his men to take her by force. A squad of men in black moves in. They start closing in on our poor heroine. But suddenly, someone steps in the way. It's Mr. Wan. He's not about to let them take Miss Su. But one of the goons just decks him right in the face. Our girl screams, begging them to stop. She'll go with them. Mr. Wan on the ground pleads with her not to go. He watches helplessly as they drag her away, Miss Su. The car speeds off and he immediately pulls out his phone. He makes a frantic call to the boss. They've taken Miss Su by force. He explains her father is forcing her into a marriage with an idiot. And the boss? Oh, he looks absolutely murderous. It seems it's time for him to pay the Su family a personal visit. Our poor girl is shoved into a room full of vipers. She's immediately put on display for her family's guests. Her stepmother introduces her with a sickly sweet smile. The guests play along, calling her quite good. Then the evil sister chimes in with fake congratulations on her arranged marriage. But our girl fires back with a savage. If he's so great, you marry him. The sister stammers, trying to justify the marriage by saying she saw his photos. But her father declares the matter settled, calling it her great fortune. He's already shaking hands on the deal, sealing her fate. But suddenly a voice rings out, objecting to the whole thing. It's our heroine and she is not having it. She can't believe they decide her life without even asking her. Her father explodes, saying he has every right to control her. But she spits his words right back at him, telling him he has no right over her marriage. He completely loses it, but our girl is just as fierce, even questioning if he's truly her father. She screams that he's pushing her into a pit of fire, and he yells for her to shut up. He raises his hand to strike her, screaming that she'll marry no matter what. But the groom's father steps in, scolding him for raising such a spoiled daughter. The wicked sister smirks, happy to see our girl get hit. But just as the chaos hits its peak, a butler announces an unexpected guest, young Master Lu. The family freezes. Wasn't the engagement with the Lu family annulled? The father is completely blindsided. Everyone knows the rumors. Young Master Lu is disfigured and crippled. Her father panics, realizing this could ruin the new deal he just made. If this falls through, his company is finished. He orders his men to drag our girl back to her room, but she refuses to move. He can't afford to lose the support of either family. She struggles, yelling for them to let her go. Then a cold voice cuts through the tension and enrolls the legendary young Master Lu himself, a masked man in a wheelchair. He's a terrifying yet captivating presence. Her father tries to play nice, asking why he came, but the women can only gasp in fear. The sister screams that his face is too scary. Young Master Lu just hums unbothered. He calls her out by name, Suzu. Her father immediately starts groveling, begging for forgiveness for his ignorant daughter. He's practically bowing to the floor. Master Lu coldly agrees that he's unskilled in discipline. Then I'll have my people discipline her, he says with a chilling calm. He gives a silent command. His subordinate moves in an instant. A sharp slap echoes through the hole as the sister goes flying. She's left stunned on the floor. And Master Lu's only response, continue. The man grabs her by the hair and keeps slapping her as she screams for her mother. The mother begs him to stop, but it's no use. She can only hold her crying daughter. A girl watches in horror, realizing the cruel rumors are true. For a second, she's just glad she didn't marry this man. Master Lu turns to her father with a terrifying smirk. Was the discipline too severe? He asks, dripping with sarcasm. The masked man smirks, revealing his plan worked perfectly. He calls himself a reasonable man, and oh, he's enjoying this. But our girl Su Qing feels a chill down her spine. That voice, it's so familiar. Her scumbag father introduces her, but she's in her own world, denying the obvious. Her wicked sister steps in, suggesting they invite the mysterious young Master Lu for a drink. Our girl sees right through their scheming. They're trying to use her as a bargaining chip again. She was just one step away from being trapped in a marriage with this man. But she's not the same weak girl anymore. She bets he'll stand up for her, and he's totally impressed by her clever move. He immediately questions the new marriage alliance between the Su and Fu families. The Fu family's son panics. Offending Master Lu is not worth it, so he calls the whole thing off. Master Lu taps his mask, thinking the chaos is just beginning. He declares that the eldest Su daughter is not a good match for the Fu family. But the younger daughter, on the other hand, she seems perfectly suitable. The wicked sister, Zhu, absolutely loses it. She screams that she's not marrying that idiot. The Fu family's matriarch is not having it. Just a moment ago, you called my son handsome. Master Lu twists the knife, claiming Zhu has admired him for ages. He even offers to talk to her current fiancé's family on their behalf. A stone-cold threat. He turns to her father, asking what he thinks. The man is sweating buckets. Zhu desperately begs her dad for help, realizing she's about to lose everything. The stepmother jumps in, pleading that Zhu is already married and just a young girl. Our girl scoffs, 26 is not young, honey. She throws their own words back at them. You said it was a good match, didn't you? This is a golden opportunity for her sister to marry again. What a savage takedown. The stepmother completely snaps. She says the Fu family isn't worthy of her daughter. Oh, you did not just say that. The Fu matriarch is absolutely livid. She unleashes her fury, calling the Su family beggars and Zhu a malicious schemer. She declares the Chu family is lucky to be rid of a daughter-in-law like her. With that, she grabs her husband and storms out. Mr. Fu officially cancels their business partnership, leaving the Su family in ruins. He politely invites Master Lu for tea, completely ignoring the desperate father. The deal is dead, the alliance is shattered. As they leave, the dad makes a pathetic attempt to apologize, but it's useless. He fumes, blaming his wife and daughter for being brainless idiots. The wicked duo can't believe it. Their plan to ruin Su Qing has backfired spectacularly. It's all our girl's fault, apparently. The delusion is real. But Su Qing just watches them burn, ready for whatever comes next. Her father decides hosting Master Lu is far more important than chasing the Fu family. He finally asks the million-dollar question, why is the powerful Lu Rongyuan even here? All eyes land on our girl, the tension is suffocating. Could it be, is this all for her? Lu Rongyuan looks directly at Su Qing, a silent promise in his eyes. Our poor heroine trembles, her mind racing. Does he really want to marry her back into his family? The wicked stepsister smirks, convinced our girl is here to grovel. But the masked groom finds our girl's guilty expression kind of cute. Her father invites the mysterious young Master Lu to his study. Our girl actually feels a bit of pity for him. Suddenly, the stepsister corners her, spitting venom. She threatens our girl with the family's finances. But our heroine is completely unbothered by their looming bankruptcy. She even throws a little reminder about offending her new mother-in-law. The stepsister is furious and pulls out her trump card, threatening our girl's child. And just like that, our heroine's calm facade shatters. The wicked stepmother appears, calling our girl's mother trash, before landing a vicious slap. Everyone is stunned. The stepmother shrieks, "You dare hit my daughter." She lunges forward but remembers the powerful guest upstairs. Our girl isn't scared, she's ready to burn this whole house down. The stepmother can't believe this sudden backbone. Su Qing then drops a little blackmail of her own. She knows all about stepmommy's little secret trips to South Mountain. The woman goes pale. Our girl warns her one last time not to use her child as a pawn. Then she turns and walks away like an absolute queen. The stepmother promises her crying daughter that she'll get revenge. She brings fruit to her husband, ready to spin her tale. But her husband looks grim, he just wants to know where Su Qing is. The stepmother immediately launches into her sob story. She plays the victim, expecting him to be furious with Su Qing. But he snaps, he tells them to stop provoking Su Qing. Her marriage is off limits. The Lu family is not a force to be trifled with. Turns out young Master Lu already laid down the law. The father's entire plan is a complete bust. And then in a shocking twist, he slaps his wife, telling her that her daughter deserved it. The stepmother is absolutely speechless. He orders her to tell her daughter to learn some manners. Meanwhile, our girl is walking outside when she spots a familiar car. It's young Master Lu's. His assistant approaches, saying the master requests her presence. Our girl immediately panics. Is he here to punish her for running away? He just tells her to get in the car. She sits as far away as possible, terrified. She tries to thank him for his help, but he just tells her to sit closer. He suddenly grabs her hand. If you're going to thank me, he purrs, show some sincerity. And with that, he pulls her right into his arms. Our girl tries to plead her case, insisting it's all a big misunderstanding. She explains she was drugged, but he just twists her words with a smirk. She tries to reason with him, saying marriage should be based on feelings. But this man is not having it. Feelings can be cultivated, he says, totally dismissing her. And when she says a forced relationship won't work, he hits her with the most savage line ever. Our poor heroine is scrambling, trying to think of any excuse to get away. She blurts out that she already has a boyfriend, but this psycho just threatens to cripple him. She realizes with horror that the rumors about him being cruel were 100% true. But our girl stands her ground, fiercely protecting her fake boyfriend. He seems genuinely surprised by her loyalty as she doubles down on her lie. He leans in, his voice dangerously low. "You love him that much?" he asks. "Of course," she declares, "I won't marry anyone but him." She holds his gaze, not backing down for a second. What a queen. He asks what's so great about this mystery man, and she just says everything. The car pulls up to her home, and she's shocked he knows where she lives. He's like, "I know everything." Of course he does. The Lu family is basically the Illuminati in the city. He lets her go, and she practically jumps out of the car. She thanks him with a fake smile and makes a run for it. His subordinate watches her flee like a scared rabbit. But then he sees something that makes his jaw drop. The boss is actually smiling. The world must be ending. Young Master Lu just orders the driver to head home, still looking amused. Just as she thinks she's safe, our girl gets a frantic phone call. Her brother is missing. Her heart plummets into her stomach. She sprints to the hospital, her mind racing with the worst possibilities. A nurse explains he just vanished from his room this afternoon. She immediately suspects her trash family, the sus, are behind this. But then she hears a familiar voice call her name. It's Jai, her brother is safe and sound. She immediately grabs his ear, scolding him for giving her a heart attack. He jokes about living life to the fullest, but she's just terrified of losing him. Our poor girl is reminded of his serious heart condition and the surgery she can't afford yet. He tells her not to push herself so hard, not knowing she's doing it all for him. Suddenly, Jai notices the red mark on her cheek. He demands to know who hit her, but she quickly denies everything. She can't tell him the truth. He needs the Su family's support for now. He can tell she's lying, but he decides not to press her on it. They change the subject to lighter topics. Soon he starts to get tired and lies down. She gently tucks him in, her heart aching for him. She promises to visit again soon before quietly leaving. It's late and she's all alone, hoping to catch the last bus home. But just then, a shady van screeches to a halt right beside her. Before she can even scream, a man grabs her from behind. Our boy Rongyuan is relaxing with a nice game of Go. Or more accurately, he's busy destroying his friend. The poor guy can't believe he lost again. The winner smugly reminds him about their bet. He wants an expensive painting, but it's not for him. He just wants a gift for his girl, King, and immediately pulls out her photo to swoon. He decides to call her right then and there, but there's no answer. The line just says her phone has been switched off. His whole demeanor changes in an instant. Something is very, very wrong. He knows she would never just turn her phone off like that. Without wasting a second, he's on the phone with his top man. He gives him 5 minutes to find her, telling him to report back the second he knows anything. His friend is stunned. The boss is using his most trusted subordinate. This is serious. The news is the worst possible. Our girl has been abducted. Rongyuan's eyes flash with pure rage. He doesn't care who it is. If they touch a single hair on her head, they're dead. Meanwhile, at a deserted coastline, 2 goons drag our poor heroine from a car. They tell her someone paid them to get rid of her for good. A knife comes out and she immediately knows who's behind this. Her wicked stepsister, Su Qing. She desperately tries to bribe them, offering double the money. Our girl is just trying to buy herself some time, anything to find a way out. But these creeps are disgusting. One of them suggests having a little fun with her before they finish the job. Our girl trembles, realizing how much danger she's in. The other goon tells him to hurry up, but this is all the opening the scumbag needs. He grabs her, ignoring her screams to let her go. The boss just lights a cigarette, telling him to be quick. The creep drags her back towards the car. But our girl is a fighter. She delivers a savage kick right where it counts. He howls in absolute agony. She makes a run for it as he screams that he's going to kill her. She flees for her life, knowing they are right behind her. She runs as fast as her legs can carry her, praying for a miracle. But her escape leads her straight to a dead end, the edge of a cliff. She's trapped, her hands still tied behind her back. The goons corner her, their faces twisted with rage. Faced with an impossible choice, our girl makes a brave decision. She takes a step back, and with one last look, she throws herself into the dark, churning ocean below. As she sinks into the cold depths, she wonders if this is the end. But then, through the darkness, she hears a voice calling her name. It can't be, it sounds just like Rongyuan. A hand reaches for her in the water, pulling her from the brink. It really is him. Her hero has come. The memory floods back, a desperate moment under the moonlight. He didn't hesitate, crashing his lips against hers. This wasn't just a kiss, it was a lifeline. He was breathing air back into her lungs, and our girl was completely lost in the moment. They were 2 souls adrift in the chaotic night. His men arrived just in time to see the boss getting some action. Awkward, the silver-haired one tells his buddy to stop staring and catch the kidnappers. The boss orders them to take our girl straight to the hospital. He carries her out of the water like a true hero. The doctor confirms she's okay, just suffering from shock. His subordinate returns with a report on the kidnappers. And the mastermind is Su Qing, not the Lu family at all. Plot twist, her own stepmother is his mistress. The betrayal runs deep. He looks at our sleeping heroine, his eyes filled with absolute rage. They are so dead. His man suggests an all-out war with the Zhu family. But the boss wants to handle this quietly to protect her. Oh, the cold fury on his face. Someone is about to have a very bad day. Speaking of evil, the wicked stepmother is getting antsy. She calls her lover, demanding to know if Su Qing is dead yet. This woman has zero chill and a heart of pure ice. But her man is panicking. The kidnappers are gone and his company is losing billions. She's stunned. Could Su Qing have a powerful backer she doesn't know about? He tells her to back off and lay low. Big mistake. Huge. Just then, her equally wicked daughter strolls in. And she's actually happy that the uncle's son got crippled instead. What a psycho. The mom tells her to shut her trap. Walls have ears. But this girl is only focused on her own future and securing the bag. Her mother warns her that Su Qing is more dangerous than they thought. The daughter scoffs, still thinking Su Qing's boyfriend is a nobody. But the stepmother isn't so sure anymore. They need to investigate him. Meanwhile, our poor heroine is sleeping, safe for now. She wakes up with a start, realizing she's still alive. Her hand is being held by someone. It's Rongyuan. He stayed by her side all night. She remembers how he dove into the water to save her without a second thought. Our girl looks at him and everything has changed. He wakes up instantly fussing over her and asking if she's hurt. She realizes that without him, she would have been a goner. He panics and tries to get a doctor, but she clings to him, begging him not to go. She finally lets her fear show, admitting how scared she was. He pulls her into a tight embrace, blaming himself for being late. He can only imagine the terror she must have felt. And in that moment, he makes a vow to protect her for the rest of his life. He whispers in her ear, promising her she doesn't have to be afraid anymore. The look in his eyes is pure, unfiltered devotion. For the first time someone is telling her she's not alone, our girl just melts. But then a very practical question pops into her head. How did you find me? He immediately starts sweating. Uh-oh. He can't exactly tell her he used a citywide surveillance system to find her. She narrows her eyes. She knows he's hiding something big. He explains that he called the police, but her kidnappers have already vanished. Our girl swoons as he pulls her into a hug, feeling like she can't live without him. After her last disaster of a relationship, she never thought she could love again. But he's just too good to quit. He gets super possessive, declaring she's his woman for life. She tells him to stop talking nonsense, and he playfully shushes her. He then gently kisses her hand like a true gentleman. Suddenly, a nurse interrupts the moment. It's medicine time. The nurse tells her to drink it while it's hot, but our girl is not having it. She pouts, complaining that it's way too bitter. He just shuts her down with a firm no. She chugs the bitter medicine like a champ, but immediately regrets it, whining about how gross it is. He suddenly tells her to open her mouth. Then this chaotic man unwraps a candy and puts it in his OWN mouth. And then he kisses her, passing the candy over to sweeten the deal. Our girl is stunned, thinking how sweet it is. The kiss deepens into something way more passionate. Things are getting seriously heated. They finally pull apart, breathing heavily. He whispers that he wants her so badly right now. Our girl looks up, a challenge in her eyes, and asks who's afraid. She decides if this man is going to hold back, she'll just have to make the first move. She reaches for her pajamas. She tells him less talk and dives in for another kiss. It's a full-on makeout session now. He pulls back, trying to regain control. He warns her he's about to lose it. She backs off, saying she'll owe him for now. This man is trying so hard to be a gentleman, thinking she's too weak after her fever. She's a little offended he's making her sound like the desperate one. And of course, that's when his assistant bursts in with her new phone. The poor guy sees everything and immediately covers his eyes, yelling, "I didn't see anything." He makes a hilariously fast exit. With the mood officially killed, he tucks our girl into bed. He tells her to rest while he runs some errands. He leaves, thinking she's adorable and that the interruption was absolutely mortifying. Outside, his assistant makes a fatal mistake, asking why the boss was so fast. He gets a savage death glare for questioning the boss's stamina. The boss asks what he wants. Turns out the old master knows what happened and has summoned him. He agrees to go, telling his assistant to watch over our girl. "Yes, boss," the assistant says, probably relieved to still be alive. But back in the room, our heroine isn't resting. She's on the phone, looking absolutely furious. She tells the person on the line that she will not let Su Qing get away with this. It's time to settle the score. Our girl is taking a walk with Mr. Wan, noticing the hospital floor is totally empty. She gets curious and asks how long he's known the boss, Rongyuan. He deflects, saying it's been a while, but doesn't give a real answer. He just smiles and tells her she made the right choice with him. He explains that everyone calls him boss because he's the oldest sibling. But wait, Rongyuan told her he was an only child. Mr. Wan immediately starts sweating. He's scrambling for an excuse, his brain short-circuiting on the spot. Just then, the man himself appears, saving his assistant from certain doom. Mr. Wan dips out faster than a speeding bullet, leaving our girl to explain. She smiles, trying to act casual, but he just looks at her intensely. He gently scolds her for being out of bed, then offers to walk her back to her room. But just as they're about to leave, a nurse appears with her test results. Our girl's heart plummets. She's given birth before. What if the tests show it? She's terrified that if he finds out, he'll leave her for good. He senses her panic and tells her to go back to the room first. He'll handle the doctor. He walks away, leaving her reaching out for him, her heart in her throat. And in that moment, she realizes a terrifying truth. She's afraid of losing him. Back in her room, she's a wreck. One lie just leads to more lies. She decides she has to face it and tell him the truth herself. But when she enters the room, she sees him packing his things. Her worst fear comes true. He must know, and now he's leaving her. Bracing for the worst, she walks up to him, ready for the breakup talk. The look on her face is pure devastation. This is it. She reaches out, ready to say her piece before he can end things. But instead of breaking up, he just asks if she's forgotten anything for the trip home. Our girl is completely stunned. He's not breaking up with her. He explains the doctor said she's fine. He's just taking her home. He takes her hand, ready to lead her out of this place. She knows she can't hide the truth forever. She has to tell him now. But before she can speak, he just looks at her and says, "It's okay. I don't care about your past," he tells her, melting her heart on the spot. He promises that from now on, he'll be there to take care of her. He pulls her into a hug and places a gentle kiss on her forehead. She agrees, but a dark thought remains. This secret could still shatter them. They leave the hospital and head back to her place under the starry night sky. Back at her apartment, she's completely exhausted and lets out a big yawn. He gently tells her to get some rest, promising to watch over her. The fever medicine is kicking in, and our girl can barely keep her eyes open. As she rests, he looks around her small, neat apartment, and a strange feeling washes over him. It feels like home. He turns to watch her sleeping peacefully in her bed. He chuckles to himself, noticing she fell asleep so fast she forgot the covers. He quietly approaches her bed, trying not to wake her. He gently pulls the blanket up to her shoulders, tucking her in. And before leaving her to rest, he leans down for one more tender kiss. Our girl wakes up to find him watching her so intently. He softly calls her name. She's still half asleep, barely able to mumble. But he doesn't need words, pulling her in for a morning kiss. He wishes this moment could last forever. Just the two of them lost in each other's arms. He tells her he loves seeing her the moment he wakes up and asks to stay longer. How could she say no to that face? But our heroine is filled with dread. This beautiful moment will shatter once he learns she has a child. Still, she greedily holds on, hoping for a little more time. Later that day, she's ready to get down to business. It's time to collect a debt from her wicked stepmother, Su Qing. She calls her father, promising a solution to the company's money problems. Her dad is overjoyed and agrees to meet for dinner immediately. After hanging up, she texts her bestie Ryu. She needs a private room booked at a specific restaurant and fast. She arrives to meet her friend, who informs her that the wicked stepmother is already inside. But our girl isn't worried. She's got a special guest arriving to make things interesting. Ryu confirms the plan. Their room is right next to the stepmother's. Our girl just gives a sly, knowing smile. Just then a car pulls up and the trap is sprung. The special guest arrives, and it's some old geezer named Su Qing. Ryu is shocked he's here too, but our girl is ice cold. The stage is set. They head inside, ready for the show. Ryu is freaking out. Why are her stepmom and a big shot chairman in the same private room? Then it hits her they're having an affair. She wants to expose them immediately, but our girl hushes her. Her father is a suspicious man. He has to see the truth with his own eyes. And Ryu came prepared with the perfect tool for the job. The wall murals are hollowed out, giving them a perfect view of the room next door. This is just savage. Our girl calls her a lucky star as Ryu makes her exit, demanding all the juicy details later. Of course, our girl will deliver. From their spy nest, she watches her stepmother cozying up to her lover. He's fuming about his company losing 10 billion and warns her to leave Su Qing alone. He's still raging that his son's leg was permanently damaged, and they can't find who's backing our girl. A shocking revelation hits her. Su Qing sent her kidnappers, and someone powerful protected her by taking out his son. She wonders if it was Rongyuan, but he never said a thing. Meanwhile, the wicked stepmother is trying to comfort her angry lover. Ugh, get a room. Oh wait, they did. Just then, the door to their room opens. Her father has arrived, apologizing for being late. Our girl smiles. He's not late at all. Showtime. As her dad asks about her business plan, a suspicious moan comes from the next room. He freezes. He knows that voice. Su Qing, he roars, absolutely livid. Our girl plays dumb, asking her dad what's wrong as he storms out. He kicks down the door to the next room. And there they are, caught red-handed. He explodes, pointing a shaking finger at them. I've seen everything, get the hell out. Aunt Qin is absolutely losing it, accusing Su of cheating on her. He tries to stop her, but she's a woman on a mission. She threatens his family with bankruptcy, and he looks absolutely stunned. And then bam, he slaps her across the face, calling her a fickle woman. Our girl watches from the side, a satisfied smirk on her face. This was all part of her plan. Aunt Qin is completely shocked, crying about how he dared to hit her. She tries to play the victim, but our girl isn't buying it. She knows her spineless father would never actually confront his lover's husband. And now it's her turn to make a grand entrance. She walks in all sweet and innocent, asking if they're having a romantic evening. She feigns surprise, asking what they're doing here since she had plans with her dad. She plays the part perfectly, saying she won't intrude on their date night. The absolute savagery. Aunt Qin finally realizes she's been played, and our girl points out her dad's bleeding lip. The aunt tries to deflect, but it's too late. She loses her cool and lunges to slap our heroine. But our girl is faster, catching her wrist midair. She gives a chilling warning, provoke her again and there will be consequences. Her father and his mistress are both stunned into silence. Meanwhile, a crowd has gathered to watch the family drama. Her dad has had enough embarrassment for one night. He grabs Aunt Qin, telling her not to make a fool of him. Our girl watches them go, knowing Aunt Qin is in for a world of pain. With their affair exposed, her father's precious reputation is on the line. Suddenly, a voice calls her name. She turns, wondering who it could be. Oh great, it's Lai Sen, the sleazy heir of the Lai group. He tries to remind her of their last encounter at a club. And now she remembers him, what a creep. He apologizes for his friend's behavior that night. He asks her to have a drink with him, but she has other plans and tries to leave. But this guy just can't take a hint. He grabs her arm to stop her. He demands she apologize to him with a drink for ruining his mood last time. Our girl isn't scared. She challenges him, otherwise what? He calls her an ungrateful woman. His friends try to calm him down, suggesting he could just make her his mistress. Ugh. He threatens to put an end to her if she doesn't comply. He lunges for her again, but his hand is stopped by another. He furiously turns to see who dared to interfere. And it's him, our male leads, looking like a dark knight ready for battle. Lai-san, being an absolute idiot, tells him to get out of the way. A split second later, a powerful kick sends him flying across the floor. Our hero stands over the whimpering fool, not even breaking a sweat. Our girl is internally freaking out. He just assaulted the heir of the powerful Lai family. This is going to cause so much trouble. He turns to her and she asks why he's here as he gently takes her hand. He gives her that charming smile, but our girl isn't buying it. Suddenly, some loudmouth goon gets in his face, threatening to kill him. But our man is ice cold. He leans in and tells the punk to get lost before his entire family line disappears. The punk is completely shook, trembling from his terrifying aura. His boys try to warn him this is the girl their boss wants, but it's too late. Our man delivers a swift, brutal kick right to the gut. The goons are stunned, shouting out for their young master Lai. They try to threaten him, saying he just kicked the heir of the powerful Lai family. He just scoffs. If they ever bother Su Qing again, he'll make their dad apologize. Young Master Lai is floored. This guy just called out his father by name. Our girl is just as confused. He knows who they are but isn't afraid at all. The young master immediately caves, claiming it was all a joke. He saw pure killer intent in those eyes. With the trash taken care of, he turns back to our heroine with a gentle smile. Elsewhere, his silver-haired assistant gets a call from the big boss. He spots our couple surrounded by luxury cars and wonders who the important figure is. Deciding not to interrupt, he tells his driver to just hail them a taxi instead. He asks if she drove, but her car broke down and her rideshare bailed. She's worried about the Lai family, but he tells her not to worry, it was just self-defense. He gently reassures her, trying to calm her down. But she's still terrified, insisting he doesn't know how powerful the Lai family really is. She feels responsible and offers to apologize, but he invites her to stay at his place instead. She's still anxious, but his calm demeanor is slowly winning her over. He pulls her close and just says, "Okay, whatever you say," swoon. They arrive back at his luxurious home. He tells her to head upstairs first, using the classic "I'm going to buy cigarettes" excuse. She sweetly agrees to wait for him by the elevator. The second she's out of sight, his smile vanishes. He's on the phone, ordering his subordinate to pay a visit to the young master of the Lai family. Meanwhile, in another mansion, our girl's father is having a full-blown meltdown. Her stepmother mocks him, saying their family is finished now that Su Qing offended the Lai family. He absolutely loses it and grabs her by the collar. She just taunts him for being a coward as their daughter walks in on the chaos. He shoves his wife to the floor as the wicked stepsister rushes to her side. The daughter immediately starts comforting her crying mother. She spins a whole story, making her mother out to be an innocent victim. But the father doesn't care about that. The only thing that matters is how to deal with the Lai family. The stepsister points out that Su Qing is still legally their family, so her debt is theirs. The stepmother proposes a truly evil solution: disown Su Qing and cut her off completely. The stepsister pressures her dad, telling him to make a choice before it's too late. And the garbage father makes his decision. He's finding a lawyer to disown his own daughter before dawn. He storms out of the house, leaving the two witches to celebrate their victory. Back in the room, our poor heroine is waiting. But as time passes, a horrible feeling creeps in. Where did he go? She starts to panic. Could he have gone out by himself? What if the Lai family found him? Our girl bolts upright, determined to find him. She follows the sounds to the kitchen, only to find Rongyuan cooking. He turns around, looking like a full-course meal in that apron. She's shocked he has this hidden talent. He pulls her close, telling her breakfast is ready. She can't help but think how the Liu family would lose their minds seeing this. Our poor heroine gets emotional. No one has ever been this kind to her. She whispers a thank you, giving him a sweet peck on the cheek. But this man wants more than just a little peck. He wants sincerity, and he gets it. He teases her for being so shy after everything they've done. She's blushing so hard, she tells him to just shut up. She tries to change the subject, worried she'll be late for work. He just smirks, promising to make her breakfast every day from now on. But our girl is panicking about her perfect attendance bonus. He gently reminds her she's still in her pajamas. She yelps no peeking as she runs off to change. He then suggests they should move to a bigger place. He doesn't want her feeling constrained in this tiny apartment, but she's immediately stressed, thinking about money and her brother's medical bills. He casually says, "I have money." She immediately scolds him for being reckless with his ride-sharing money. Bless her heart. He just smiles, completely smitten that his girlfriend is worried about him. He tells her to stay home and rest, reminding her that her salary is coming in today. With a final warning for her to be careful, he leaves. The moment he's gone, his phone rings. There's trouble at the mansion. Meanwhile, our girl gets a frantic call from her friend. The news is everywhere. Her own father has publicly disowned her. He released a statement severing all ties. She can't believe it. He threw her away without a second thought. But her heartbreak quickly turns to ice. Fine, if he's severing ties, then she's finally free. She declares them even and walks away, head held high. Back at the Liu mansion, Rongyuan's men are fuming about the news. They call her father a pathetic coward. Rongyuan, however, is completely unbothered. He says this just makes things easier. Why deal with a heartless, selfish father anyway? But their conversation is interrupted by a new arrival. It's the matriarch of the Lu family, Rongyuan's mother. His man quickly explains that the whole family knows because of the kidnapping rescue. Mom is just thrilled he has a girlfriend and wants to meet her immediately. He tries to put her off, but he knows his mother is a force of nature. She promises to just take a little peek at her future daughter-in-law. And with that, she's off to the Su family house. The chaos is coming. His subordinate is freaking out, worried she'll mess everything up. But Rongyuan is playing 4D chess. He knows this visit from the Lu matriarch will be the ultimate power move to back up our girl. A maid announces the eldest miss is back. But the stepmother scoffs, saying the Su family has no eldest miss. Our girl calmly states she's just here for her things and will leave forever. But her trash father appears, accusing her of wanting their assets. Su Qing coolly reminds him they are no longer father and daughter. Since you disown me, please remove me from your household registry. He tries to pay her off with a measly check. She rejects it, saying she only wants her mother's belongings. He tells her to take the box and get out before the Lai family gets involved. She looks him dead in the eye and delivers a savage blow. The father in my heart died the day you betrayed my mother. He's furious, calling her an unfilial daughter. She fires back, isn't this what you taught me, Mr. Su? She calls him out for being content as a cuckold for his mistress's money. He accuses her of setting a trap last night, but she throws it right back, exposing his gold-digging motives. The stepmom loses it and goes to slap her. But just then, a guard announces the Lai family is here. Her father panics instantly. He grabs her wrist, trying to shove her out the back door. She glares at the man who was her father for over 20 years. But it's too late, Mr. Lai has arrived. Her father's face turns white as a sheet. He puts on a sickeningly sweet smile to greet their guest. Mr. Lai is here to discuss what happened between his son and Su Qing. Her father immediately throws her under the bus, disowning her on the spot. The stepmom eagerly agrees, saying it has nothing to do with them. Mr. Lai looks right at our girl, so if I want to hold someone accountable, I go to her. He recognizes her instantly. This is the woman the powerful Lu Rongyuan cherishes. He realizes he can't let her take the fall, or he'll have the Lu family on his back. Su Qing steps forward, ready to apologize and take responsibility. The stepmom smirks, thinking our girl is finished. But Mr. Lai shocks everyone. He's here to apologize to ***. Our girl is completely stunned. He thanks her for teaching his trash son a lesson. The ex-family can't believe their ears. Mr. Su stammers, why would you apologize to her? Mr. Lai lays down the law. My son was harassing her. It is our family that should be apologizing. He even offers a gift to atone for the incident. Then he brings up the elephant in the room. I heard you no longer recognize her as your daughter. Mr. Su begins to sweat, realizing the colossal mistake he's made. Then Mr. Lai makes the most chaotic offer imaginable. I've always wanted a daughter. Would you be willing to become my goddaughter? Our girl is speechless, an outcast 1 minute, a prized daughter the next. He promises to treat her as his own flesh and blood. She knows he has a motive, but this is the perfect revenge. She's going to be his goddaughter. And Mr. Lai is playing the long game, betting she'll become the matriarch of the Lu family. He says his judgment is never wrong. She agrees, playing along with the inexplicable affinity line. He's thrilled and immediately starts planning the adoption ceremony. Her ex-father's jaw hits the floor. He tries to suck up, but Mr. Lai isn't having it. Didn't you just say she's no longer your daughter? The burn is absolutely legendary. Su Qing cuts off her pathetic ex-father's stammering. He desperately begs her to listen to his explanation, but she's already out the door with her new powerful family. She's never been happier to leave a place. The stepmom screeches that her own daughter is better. So Mr. Su finally snaps and slaps her across the face. He blames them for making him disown his golden ticket into high society. Our girl walks away from the drama, stepping into a new life. But outside, a beautiful woman approaches them. She says our girl is beautiful and that her son has excellent taste. Su Qing is stunned. It's the matriarch of the Lu family. The woman smiles and drops the biggest bomb of the day. I'm your future mother-in-law. Our girl's brain completely short-circuits, huh? The woman accidentally calls our girl future mother-in-law. Realizing her slip, she quickly asks if Su Qing is dating her son, Lu Rongyuan. Our girl is absolutely floored. This is his mother. But his mom is thrilled, gushing about what a great girlfriend she is. The crowd whispers that even the Lu family matriarch approves of her. Chairman Lai starts sweating buckets as the mother calls him out for messing with her daughter-in-law. Our girl is reeling. Why is this powerful man practically bowing to Lu Rongyuan's mom? The mother then turns to her sweetly, asking if the chairman gave her a hard time. Satisfied with the answer, she invites our girl home for a huge feast. Su Qing politely declines, saying she has matters to discuss with the chairman. His mother is so understanding, promising to bring a welcome gift to her company tomorrow. Our girl tries to refuse, but the woman insists, calling her future daughter-in-law. She then turns and lays down the law for the chairman. You are not to bully my precious daughter-in-law. The chairman basically whimpers that he wouldn't dare. Fate is a funny thing. One day you're disowned, the next you've got a powerful mother-in-law. Later, Chairman Lai asks to speak with her in his car. He reveals his wild plan. He wants to adopt her as his goddaughter to make her his son's older sister. Our girl is suspicious. She has no background or family ties, so what's in it for him? He praises her straightforwardness, but she's still trying to figure this out. He lays his cards on the table. It's the only way to get his son to give up on her. He admits there's more to it, but he swears he's being sincere. She has to admit he's being surprisingly candid about his scheming. He frames it as a win-win deal and she agrees. The thought of flexing on her old family is just too sweet. They shake on it, both getting what they want from this chaotic arrangement. The chairman is already planning the adoption ceremony. She smiles, agreeing to leave all the planning to him. The next day, she's wondering where Rongyuan is. But before she can call, his mother appears at her door like a fairy godmother. Our girl is shocked she actually came to her workplace. The mother is here to deliver that welcome gift and a promise. Auntie's got her back. It's an insanely expensive jade bracelet. This is way too much. She tries to refuse, explaining that their relationship isn't even official yet. Big mistake. The mother immediately starts with the waterworks, asking if our girl dislikes her. Su Qing panics and backpedals immediately. The mother instantly stops crying and says, then take it. She claims it's a family tradition that can't be refused. Our girl finally relents, figuring she can just return it later. But just then, a slimy voice calls her name. Ugh, it's her garbage manager, Liu Dong, and he's on a power trip. He accuses her of being late and cancels her bonus for chatting during work hours. She hits back with a savage threat about his girlfriend's dad finding out what a loser he is. But her future mother-in-law steps in, ready to throw down for her girl. The manager scoffs, calling her a sugar baby and tells her to get out. Our girl stands her ground, not even flinching. She calmly informs him he has no authority to fire her. He loses it, but she drops an absolute bomb. She knows he's been cooking the books. He splutters, denying everything. The mother looks on, beaming with pride. That's her savage daughter-in-law. But their chaotic showdown is interrupted. It's the big boss, Chairman Zheng. The manager immediately starts lying through his teeth. Our girl freezes. This is not good. Liu Rongyuan's mother recognizes the chairman. Her cover is about to be blown. She needs backup now. She whips out her phone. Son Qing is in trouble. Come quick, he's on his way. Su Qing stands her ground, explaining she followed all the rules for her leave. But manager Liu and the boss's daughter are determined to frame her for their mistake. Our girl claps back, stating she already gave the completed files to her colleague Kai. Kai immediately backs her up, confirming she passed everything to manager Liu yesterday. The manager panics. He was out drinking and completely forgot, but he decides to lie through his teeth. He denies everything, pointing his finger right at our poor heroine. He even has the audacity to call her a smooth talker. The nerve. Su Qing realizes it's useless. They are dead set on making her the scapegoat. Her friend tries to defend her stellar work record, but the chairman's daughter is a complete psycho. She claims the company doesn't need employees with no character. Oh, the irony, and just like that, the chairman fires her on the spot. Our girl is stunned. She's being fired just because she offended this spoiled brat. But she's not going down without a fight. She reminds him about her 5-year contract. If you fire me, you're gonna have to pay me. She stands tall, demanding every single cent of her compensation. The other employees can't believe it. They think she's completely lost her mind. The bratty daughter screeches, calling her desperate for money before demanding her dad fire her faster. She even threatens to ruin Su Qing's career in the entire city. Our girl looks the chairman dead in the eye. Is he really going to ignore a legal contract? He just smirks, amused by her sharp tongue. He thinks he's above the law. Fine, she says. If you won't pay my compensation, you can pay me in another way. Suddenly, she spots a familiar, handsome face in the crowd. Everyone turns to stare. Who is this godlike man? Is he a celebrity? And then a glamorous woman appears. It's his mother, and she's here to defend her future daughter-in-law. She tells her son to step aside. Mama Bear is taking over. He turns to our girl, who is completely bewildered but trusts him. He just smiles and says, okay. His words are like magic, calming her instantly. The crowd swoons. Su Qing is so lucky to have a boyfriend like that. The spoiled daughter just glares, her standards for men suddenly feeling very, very low. Her man gets straight to business. Will it be compensation or something else? But the chairman is still arrogant. He says she'll get nothing and he'll sue her for the company's losses. The ML calmly points out that Chairman Zheng has already suffered a heavy loss. What did you say? He asks, his voice dropping to a dangerous low. He grabs the old man by his collar. It's about to go down. People are freaking out. He's furious for his lady's sake. He leans in and whispers his name, Liu Rongyuan. The chairman's face drains of all color. The head of the Liu family, the man rumored to be crippled and disfigured. He's speechless, trembling in the ML's grasp. The chairman completely collapses to the ground in sheer terror. His daughter runs to his side, having no idea what just happened. He can only stammer, I was wrong. Su Qing is totally confused. What on earth did he say to him? Our ML just turns to her completely unfazed. You must be hungry, let's get something to eat. The chairman watches them go, knowing his life is over. His daughter, still clueless, yells that they should sue Su Qing. Girl, read the room. Enraged, her father slaps her across the face. You prodigal daughter, you've ruined the Zheng family. He immediately orders security to fire manager Liu. The snake is finally getting what he deserves. Liu desperately begs for help, but it's too late. He's dragged away kicking and screaming. The chairman looks on, completely defeated. Later at a fancy restaurant, the ML's mother is doting on our girl. She's absolutely thrilled to finally meet her son's girlfriend. He explains his mom just got back from traveling and couldn't wait to see her. The mom is all smiles, saying she would have come back from her trip sooner if she'd known. Su Qing is perfectly polite, completely charming her future mother-in-law. His mom is already treating her like a daughter, piling food on her plate. Su Qing then asks him why he's dressed so formally. He just gives her a sly look. He can't exactly admit he ditched a meeting with his top executives to rush over. But his mom spills the beans. She saw the drama and called him to come save the day. She even brought him a change of clothes so he'd look extra handsome for our girl. Su Qing can't help but agree, he looks incredible. She's completely captivated. If he's this handsome normally, in a suit he's a whole other level of temptation. He catches her staring and asks what she's thinking. Leaning in, he whispers a scandalous promise. When we get home tonight, I'll let you do whatever you want. Our girl is a blushing, stuttering mess. This man is going to be the death of her. He claims it's his asterisk thoughts that are impure, not hers. Our girl is so flustered she can't even speak. His mom is watching them, a happy tear in her eye. It's been so long since she's seen her son smile like this. She thinks our girl is a lucky star for their family. Later, his sister asks what he said to Mr. Zheng. The memory alone makes the old man tremble. Our girl is curious too. He had threatened to completely bankrupt the Zheng group within a day. But to our girl, he spins a much sweeter tale. She raises an eyebrow, asking that's all. She giggles, admitting that's more his style. But she warns him to use the law, not his fists from now on. The parents watch, completely overjoyed. Someone has finally found a way to tame their wild son. After their meal, they head outside. He tells his mom to take our heroine shopping. Mom is absolutely delighted by the idea. Our girl happily agrees to a girl's day out. The mom is already calling her daughter. She says she feels a long-lost family warmth. He smiles and waves them off. But the second they're gone, his expression turns deadly serious. His assistant pulls up with the car. "Boss, you were a bit reckless," the assistant warns. He says the Liu family's waters have been too calm lately. It's time to stir things up. The assistant asks if this is related. No, he replies. Qing was wronged. His subordinate is stunned. He did all that just to get revenge for his girlfriend. The assistant notes that our girl is tougher than she looks. You'd have to be to survive what she's been through. He smirks. With me here, she doesn't need to be aggressive. That's what a boyfriend is for after all. He switches topics to a sketchy shipment at the docks. His man confirms that something is definitely off about it. Then go check it out tonight, he commands. Meanwhile, the shopping trip was a huge success. The mom insists on dropping our girl home. Our heroine panics, her place is so small. When they arrive, the mom is horrified. What the hell is my son doing, letting you live here? She's furious at him, even though our girl insists it's her own place. The mom whips out a credit card. Take this, get a bigger place. But our girl politely refuses, saying she's perfectly happy here. His mother is touched by her sensible nature. They share a sweet moment, both feeling lucky to have met. Our girl knows his family is loaded, but she's determined to make it on her own. She waves goodbye as the mom heads for the door. The second the door closes, the mom's sweet smile vanishes. She pulls out her phone and makes a call. "Bro," she says, "I am so satisfied with this daughter-in-law." Back in the apartment, our girl is finally relaxing. But her peace is shattered by an incoming call. It's her scumbag ex Chutiani. She rejects the call, but he immediately sends a text. It's a threat, meet him at the wharf in half an hour or he'll go to the hospital after her friend. He stands on the deck, cool as you like, saying he knew she'd come. Our girl cuts straight to the chase. "What do you want?" He has the audacity to ask if she's still mad. He pulls out a chair for her like this is some romantic date. But she's not falling for it. She's worried his actual fiancé will find out. He brushes it off, saying he has a special gift just for her. She immediately shuts him down. "I don't need it." He presents a jewelry box anyway, but she's not even looking. But wait, unbeknownst to them, they're being watched. A poor soul with binoculars just spotted his boss's girlfriend on a date with her ex. His friend in the mask asks what he saw. The guy panics, trying to play it cool. He begs his boss not to look, saying his heart can't take it. But it's too late. The boss grabs the binoculars. He sees them, a candlelight dinner on a yacht. He immediately recognizes the guy as Chutiani. The subordinate is absolutely terrified, knowing he's dead meat for letting the boss see this. He's literally about to slap himself for his mistake. Suddenly, another man arrives with an update for the boss. A big shipment has arrived and a rival family's second-in-command is there. The masked boss is all business, but his friend is still reeling from the drama. Back on the yacht, the ex is laying it on thick. He promises to marry her once he takes over his family. He even thinks he can keep his fiancée and have our girl on the side. The nerve, our girl asks if he's dreaming or just drunk. She makes it crystal clear they are done. He grabs her, trying to manipulate her. "Who can you rely on besides me?" He sneers, asking if her poor loser boyfriend can help her. She claps back, reminding him her boyfriend stood up to the Lai family for her. She calls him a spineless worm riding his fiancé's coattails. Ouch. He claims it's all for the greater good. Our girl has never heard cowardice spun so poetically. Savage. He says she drives men wild, but without backing, she's nothing. A classic case of negging from a certified loser. But our girl just smirks. Little does he know she's about to become a goddaughter to a powerful family. He gives her one last chance, a life of luxury with him or scraping by with her loser boyfriend. She doesn't even hesitate, then stay the hell away from me and my happy life. He's stunned as she turns to leave. He grabs her arm, refusing to let her go. In a last-ditch effort, he screams he'll divorce Suzu right now if she comes with him. She scoffs like she would ever believe that lie. She tells him to let go. And when he refuses, she delivers a swift kick right to his chest. He goes flying off the side of the boat, splash right into the cold, dark water. She gives him one final warning, mess with her again and she'll beat him on sight. He's left sputtering and choking in the water. Our girl walks away, her only regret not seeing what a snake he was sooner. And from the other boat, her masked man watches with pride. That's my girlfriend for ya, he says with a smirk. He tells his subordinate to let the ex soak for a while longer. Cold. The subordinate is thrilled, flirting with the boss's girl, he deserves it. But as Su Qing tries to leave, she notices the docks are swarming with cars. A massive, shady clan deal is going down. She sees rows of headlights approaching. A serious-looking man steps out of the lead car. She thinks he looks familiar. Then it clicks, it's Rongyuan, the Liu family's second-in-command. She realizes this is major family beef, and she needs to bail before getting caught in the crossfire. But all the exits are guarded, she's trapped. She watches as they start moving cargo onto a ship. Suddenly, a new crew arrives, all wearing dark suits and intimidating masks. The Liu family's men are shocked. Who the hell are they? Zhanyuan's men tell him to run. Our girl realizes the ship is about to leave, with her stuck right in the middle of this gang war. She ducks down, heart pounding. This night just went from bad to absolutely chaotic. Her heart stops when she hears a voice behind her. It's the infamous young Master Liu, and he's wearing a mask. Our girl is internally screaming, what is he doing here? Suddenly, guards shout from the distance, they've been spotted. Before she can even process it, he grabs her hand and starts running. She's completely baffled. Why is she even running with this guy? Wait a second. Isn't this the rumored lame young Master Liu? How is he running faster than her? They continue to bolt through the woods, hand in hand. She finally taps out, completely winded. He smirks, noting that they lost their pursuers. That's when she realizes his leg seems perfectly fine. Her inner chibai is not impressed. His fake limp is so bad a toddler could do better. She asks him why he was at the dock tonight. He claims he was just there to watch the show between his relatives. Our girl scoffs internally. Yeah, a show that nearly got her killed. She knows exactly who those masked men were. The Dark Knight organization, ruthless assassins. She points out that getting chased by them is way worse than his family drama. She even admits she's had her own near-death experience with them. He seems impressed by her knowledge of the underworld. She puts two and two together. Rumor is he and his uncle can't stand each other. She looks him dead in the eye and asks, was that car crash your uncle's doing? The air grows thick with tension. He leans in close, his voice a low whisper. You're smart, but some things are better left unknown. Then he completely changes the subject, thanking her for saving his life. Our girl is beyond confused. Me, I didn't do anything. He spins the most ridiculous story about being so struck by her beauty that he accidentally walked into an ambush for her. He declares that to repay this life-saving debt, there is only one option. He must repay her with his hand in marriage. He grabs her hands, a smug look on his face. Oh hell no, this isn't a favor, this is pure revenge. She tries to play it cool. I'm a tacky person, I'd rather have cash. But he just keeps teasing her, asking if she's refusing because of that Chu Tianyi guy. She sputters, what does he have to do with it? He drops the bomb. He saw them on a romantic candlelit dinner, accusing her of cheating on her boyfriend. Our girl frantically tries to explain it wasn't a date. He just gives her a knowing smirk, really. For some reason, she feels a desperate need for this masked man to believe her. He suddenly kneels, looking up at her with those intense eyes. He calls his family a den of tigers and wolves. He paints himself as a pitiful man on his last legs, trying to win her sympathy. She thinks about his ruined face and his obviously fake limp. But despite her skepticism, a flicker of pity ignites. She softly asks if the crash hurt a lot. She wonders aloud if his scars have healed. He's taken aback. Is she actually worried about him? He sits down beside her, his demeanor changing. The old scars are gone, he says, but I have a new one wanna see. He shows her a fresh, bloody slash on his arm. She realizes it's a knife wound. He got this injury while they were escaping. He plays it off like it's just a scratch, but he secretly took that slash for her, protecting her from an attack he saw coming. She insists on taking him to a hospital, but he refuses, saying it would expose his act. He can see the genuine worry in her eyes. He pulls her into a sudden embrace. Keep me company for a bit. Our girl freezes, her face turning crimson. This warmth, the scent, it's also familiar. She whispers his name, completely flustered. What's wrong? He asks, his voice soft in her ear. Her eyes go wide with a shocking realization. His body wash. It's the exact same one she has at her place. He lets out a tactical cough, trying to play it cool. But she's not buying it, asking him if he's fine. Our girl points out his wound is still bleeding. She then goes for the throat, asking if he's scared she'll expose him. He just gives her a smug smirk. Will you? He challenges. She scoffs, saying something that low class is beneath her. Then this girl asks to lean on him because she's tired. The absolute audacity. Without missing a beat, he sits down, ready to be her personal recliner. She suddenly realizes, wait, why am I being so obedient to this man? He immediately takes advantage, resting his head on her shoulder. Our girl starts to panic. If this dude bleeds out on her, it's a huge problem. So she decides to keep him awake with some small talk. Her opening line, asking if he really murdered all his ex-wives. He's stunned for a second before asking, which one? This man is chaotic. She clarifies, asking about the one he supposedly abused to death. He asks her, do I look like a cruel, cold-blooded guy? She gives him a long, hard look, and with a straight face, she just says, yeah, absolutely savage. So then she asks how they died, if not by his hand. His comeback, marry me and find out, smooth but also terrifying. Our girl immediately shuts that down. No thanks, I'd like to live. She thinks she'd have to be insane to marry into the Liu family. It's wild that she's just chilling in the woods with this rumored killer. But she admits he's not as bad as people say, and he starts opening up. She listens as he reveals some serious family drama. He's the only direct heir, so his relatives are gunning for him. Our girl is shocked he's telling her all this top secret information. She finally understands. His family targets his wives so he can't produce an heir. The goal is simple, wait for him to die and then they take everything. She feels a wave of relief that she dodged that wedding. She would have been a goner. But he looks right at her and promises, you won't die. The way he holds her feels so possessive. She's confused and asks him why he's so sure. Just then, backup finally arrives, calling out for the boss. A silver-haired man comes running through the woods. He looks like he's about to have a heart attack from worry. The guy immediately offers to get the car, asking our girl to support the boss. A true professional third wheel knows when to make a graceful exit. But she tells Liu to give her a hand instead. His excuse for not walking, my legs went numb. The shamelessness is off the charts. She's so done with his excuses. He convinces her to ride back with him, claiming it's for her safety. They get in the car and the boss gives a new destination, not the old mansion. He's taking her to Nanshan. An hour later, they pull up to a literal castle. A whole army of servants is lined up to greet him. She realizes the Liu family isn't just rich, they're obscenely wealthy. Panicking slightly, she asks if someone can give her a ride home. She points out there are no taxis on this remote mountain. He turns to her with a smirk and gives her a one-word answer, no. She tries to use her boyfriend as an excuse, but he's not having it. He grabs her, his voice low and final, tonight you're sleeping here. Our poor girl is completely trapped. Our girl is totally flustered, thinking this masked man is way too domineering. She can't believe the nerve of this guy. His assistant tells her the boss wants her to eat first. She sighs, deciding she might as well eat before dealing with her boyfriend. But then she sees the spread and her jaw hits the floor. This is way too much. How is one person supposed to finish all of this food? The assistant smoothly says it to find her preferences for next time. She's so overwhelmed, she just wants the maids to leave. Our poor heroine can't even eat with everyone watching her like a hawk. So the masked man dismisses them all with a single, cold command. And just like that, they're gone. The maids quickly agree to leave them alone. Our girl immediately tries to make a run for it, saying her boyfriend is waiting. But he uses his injury as the perfect excuse to keep her here. He drops the bomb, she's staying here tonight, no buts about it. Defeated, she agrees, thinking he's every bit the dictator the rumors claim. She's led to a bedroom bigger than her entire apartment. Deciding to make the best of it, she sees this as a reward for saving him. Then she remembers she hasn't told her actual boyfriend she won't be home. Speak of the devil, her man is getting a report on some family drama. Suddenly, his phone buzzes. It's a text from our girl and he simply replies, okay. He smiles, thinking how nice it is to be cared for before turning back to business. The meeting continues. His subordinate details how the police are investigating his reckless uncle. He lights a cigarette, thinking his uncle has gone too far this time. The family drama is getting real. He muses that his grandfather isn't a fool. He coldly orders his man to prepare gifts. He's going to pay his dear uncle a little visit. Meanwhile, our girl is blissfully unaware, relaxing in a bubble bath. She starts to drift off in the warm water. But a towel is suddenly wrapped around her. She's shocked to see her boyfriend, Rongyuan, standing there. She stammers, asking how he even got here. He just shushes her gently, telling her to go back to sleep. Still half asleep, she just cuddles into him, completely trusting. He carries her out, wondering how she can be so carefree in a strange place. This man is clearly smitten, calling her out for having zero sense of danger. He gently lays her down on the massive bed. He can't help but smile, calling her a silly girl. He watches her sleep for a moment. In her sleep, she snuggles closer, her hand landing right on his chest. He's completely flustered, thinking she's a little temptress sent to torment him. He holds her close, realizing he's not getting any sleep tonight. The next morning, the mansion is bright and sunny. Our girl greets young Master Liu at the breakfast table. She feels super awkward as she sits down for a very formal breakfast. The masked man watches her struggle for a moment. Then he does something strange. He cuts his food and puts it on her plate. Her eyes widen, that habit, it's so familiar. The coincidences are piling up and she finally connects the dots. The masked man corners our girl, bluntly asking if she suspects he's her boyfriend. He reminds her that their engagement is still on the table if she's willing. This man is so full of himself, thinking she's hinting at something more. He pulls her closer, his smirk practically screaming, "I'm trouble." She immediately denies it, thinking she's crazy to compare this rude guy to her gentle boyfriend. Panicking, she makes an excuse about needing to get to the company. Our girl is trying so hard to escape his chaotic energy. To her utter shock, he just lets her go without a fight. She gives a quick thanks and is immediately escorted out. Finally at work, she feels a pang of sadness knowing she has to resign. She clutches her resignation letter, ready to leave this place behind. But her colleague runs over, telling her the new big boss is about to arrive. Her friend is shocked. Why resign? The Lu Group just bought this entire company. Our girl is completely clueless about the overnight takeover. Her friend explains that the Zheng Group is out and the Lu Group is in. And the new boss, it's Lu Rongyuan's cousin Lu Xingnan. Her friend gossips about how handsome he is, telling our girl her boyfriend can't compete. Our girl just scoffs, completely uninterested. But a voice from behind makes her freeze on the spot. It's him, the new boss. Lu Xingnan has arrived. He walks right up to her and asks which department she's from. Busted. Our poor heroine can't believe her luck. First the old boss, now the new one. He smirks, telling her he'll remember her name. Oh no. He then calls a meeting but gives everyone else a half day off. Turns out he never wanted this job and was forced into it by his big bro. With the afternoon free, our girl decides to visit the hospital. She arrives ready to see her brother, but then she spots a familiar car. It's young Master Lu's. She groans internally, why can't she get away from this guy? She literally prays she doesn't run into him. But as she walks down the hall, she hears his voice. She peeks into a room and her jaw drops. It's him. He's talking to his uncle, who's laid up in bed with a broken leg. The uncle calls him ruthless, and our girl can see why. She realizes this isn't a friendly visit, it's a stone-cold warning. Savage. An old man, Lu Rongyuan's grandpa, enters and tells the uncle to just recover. The uncle tries to argue, saying he doesn't want to burden his nephew. But Grandpa shuts him down and Lu Rongyuan obediently agrees. They're coming out, our girl dives behind a corner to hide. She barely makes it out of sight as they walk past. Lu Rongyuan smirks to himself, he totally saw her. Grandpa immediately starts nagging him about marriage, but Lu Rongyuan jokes that his wives always die. Grandpa's solution, just find a girl, have a baby, and bring them both back. He even promises to keep the whole thing a secret. This family is wild. Our girl is absolutely stunned by this chaotic old man. Then Grandpa suggests the Su family daughter, and our heroine almost has a heart attack. Lu Rongyuan instantly dismisses the idea and tells his assistant to take Grandpa home. The assistant quickly agrees, ready to get out of there. As they leave, Grandpa asks the assistant if Lu Rongyuan is into men. This man has no filter. Finally free, our girl goes to her brother's room with homemade soup. She sweetly feeds her little brother, Little Jai. It's a truly heartwarming moment between the two siblings. Later, she's leaving the hospital when she hears a sound. A car pulls up and her heart stops. It's her actual boyfriend. He smiles, saying he saw her and asking if she wants to head home. She happily agrees, relieved to see a friendly face. But as they walk, he casually asks why she was at the hospital. She explains she was visiting her little brother. He asks what's wrong, and she tells him about little Jai's heart condition. She admits she's given up hope after seeing so many doctors. Seeing her so sad, her boyfriend decides to change the subject. He pulls her close, smirking as he asks where she slept last night, and with who. Her boyfriend casually asks if she spent the night at a guy's place. He then plays dumb, wondering why she wasn't worried that he didn't come home. He even lays on the guilt, asking if she doesn't trust him. But inside, our girl is thinking how nice it is that this dude doesn't trust her. Meanwhile, he's smirking, wondering what she'd do if she knew she was in his arms all night. Completely oblivious, she tells him her company was bought out by the powerful Lu Group. She sighs, convinced she's already pissed off the new big boss and is about to get fired. She asks him to drop her off so she can pack her desk. He sweetly reassures her that if she gets fired, he'll take care of her. Oh, he'd love for her to be by his side 24/7, but he knows his girl is a soaring falcon and he won't be the one to clip her wings. She agrees, still totally in the dark about his real identity. He drops her off in front of the massive office building. He promises to pick her up after work. She waves goodbye and he watches her go. The second she's out of sight, he pulls out his phone. He makes a call, telling someone to get down to his office immediately. The guy on the other end panics, "Be big bro, coming right now." His little brother waits nervously outside the building. He spots the car and his jaw drops. "Bro, why are you driving this junker?" The brother can't believe the head of the Lu family is driving a beater from the used car lot. Our man ignores the question and asks how his first day as the new boss went. The brother wants to know what's so important. He mentions he met an interesting girl who said he wasn't her type, and even promoted her to be his assistant. The temperature in the car drops. You trying to poach my girl? The brother swears he'd never do that. And then the horrible, chaotic realization dawns on him. His big bro is that girl's mysterious boyfriend. He's been hiding his identity. The big boss orders his brother to get King transferred to HQ. The brother is losing his mind. You bought the entire company for her. He sighs, lamenting that his brother finally falls for a girl, and she's technically his sister-in-law. Our ML says he's his favorite little brother. He's the only one he trusts with his secrets. The brother gets it and heads back up to the office. He walks back inside, a man on a mission, and immediately sees our girl. He's reading her resume, impressed with her skills. Meanwhile, our heroine is just trying to do her job, and promptly slams right into the new big boss himself. She's internally screaming. First she pissed him off this morning, and now this, she's so fired. A jealous coworker immediately starts yelling at her for being clumsy. Our girl is confused. Why is this snake Zhuang Xiaomai still here after work? Xiaomai is busy sucking up to the boss, pretending to be a hard worker. The boss offers a training spot at HQ, and she practically drools. He gives our girl a gentle warning, and she thanks him, flustered. But now she's determined to fight for that HQ spot. The jealous coworker scoffs, telling her to stop dreaming. But before our girl can leave, she's cornered. Xiaomai offers her 100 grand to give up the spot. Our girl shuts her down flat. She wants to go to HQ too. The coworker gets nasty, reminding her it's a whole year's salary. Our girl claps back, saying it's a competition and she's not scared. Then she drops a bomb. She overheard the boss and one spot is already taken. It's down to just them. She stands her ground, looking like an absolute queen. I'm not yielding this spot. The coworker is seething. Oh, she is about to make this personal. Our girl gets a text after a long day at work. A car pulls up just as promised. But wait, that's not her boyfriend, it's Mr. Lai. He wants to discuss the adoption banquet, inviting her into the car. She reluctantly agrees, getting inside. But uh-oh, they've been spotted. The office harpies are taking pictures and their mouths are already running. They immediately jump to conclusions, calling her a gold-digging fox spirit. One of them is a little nervous, but the ringleader scoffs at the idea of King having a backer. She's got a deliciously evil plan: email the photos to the entire company. Her cronies are totally on board with this chaotic idea. The goal, to humiliate King until she quits. Meanwhile, our clueless heroine finishes her talk with Mr. Lai, promising to be at the banquet. He assures her everything is taken care of. Just as his car pulls away, her actual ride appears. It's Rongyuan, and he brought his assistant along. She greets Mr. Wan politely, but as soon as she's in the car, the temperature drops to absolute zero. The poor assistant is practically vibrating with fear from his boss's jealous aura. He tries to make small talk, asking if Mr. Lai was causing trouble, but Rongyuan just shuts him down with a cold no. Our girl realizes she forgot to mention a tiny detail. She explains that Mr. Lai wants to adopt her as his goddaughter. The assistant absolutely loses his mind at the implications. Rongyuan, however, sees the strategy. That old fox is trying to tie her to him. The assistant points out this is a power move aimed directly at Rongyuan. He can't believe she actually agreed. She says she did it to spite her dad, but offers to back out. To everyone's surprise, Rongyuan tells her it's a good thing. He explains that since she has no family backing, this is actually perfect. The powerful Lai family can protect her while he deals with his own chaotic family drama. The news of the adoption hits the media and someone is not happy. Su Qing throws her phone in a fit of pure rage. Her husband walks in, telling her to keep it down. This just makes her angrier, screaming about how miserable her life is. He's had enough and tells her to watch her mouth. He slams the door, leaving her alone. She completely loses it, screaming and blaming everything on Su Qing. She vows to ruin the adoption ceremony for everyone. Later that night, our girl is relaxing at home. She wonders why she even asked Rongyuan to stay over. She calls out to see if he's out of the shower. Oh, he's out all right. And he is absolutely ripped. She tries to flee to the bathroom, claiming an emergency. But he's too fast, grabbing her arm. He leans in close, his voice dangerously low. It's an emergency for me too. He confesses he can't hold back anymore tonight. He looks her dead in the eyes and whispers, I want you. And our girl absolutely melts into his arms. Did not generate a response because the only image provided is an advertisement/cover collage, which must be ignored according to the user's critical rules. The office gossips are absolutely buzzing. The big boss's wife is here to settle the score. They think the matriarch is here to destroy the mistress. Our girl braces for impact, but Mrs. Lai just sizes her up. Wow, she's gorgeous, she thinks to herself. My foolish son actually has decent taste. A surprising compliment. Su Qing politely asks what she can do while the peanut gallery waits for the catfight to begin. This woman is practically drooling for the drama to unfold. But instead of a slap, Mrs. Lai smiles sweetly. She says her husband forgot to give Su Qing a gift. A gift for a recognition ceremony. Our girl is totally confused. Mrs. Lai hands her earrings meant for her future daughter-in-law. What is happening? Su Qing is floored. This gift is way too precious. These rich people are just built different. The gossips are losing their minds. This isn't a showdown, it's a family meeting. Mrs. Lai then drops the biggest bombshell ever. She asks Su Qing to call her godmother. Our girl is completely stunned into silence. Godmother. The entire office goes into shock. Su Qing isn't a mistress. She's the goddaughter of the ridiculously wealthy Lai family. That's a plot twist. Mrs. Lai is all smiles, even inviting the entire office to the ceremony. A total power move. The colleagues are suddenly super respectful. Of course they'll be there. The truth finally clicks. They realize someone started those nasty rumors on purpose. And they know exactly who it was. Our girl locks eyes with the source of all her problems. She is not letting this go. Su Qing is no pushover and it's payback time. The rumor monger immediately starts backpedaling. It wasn't me, I swear. But a cold voice cuts through the chaos. Oh, really? It's President Liu and he looks absolutely furious. The real boss has entered the chat. He reveals he traced the anonymous hate mail. The sender was Zhuang Xiaomai busted. Xiaomai is caught red-handed. President Liu doesn't waste a second. Security kick her out, she's fired. The guards move in immediately. No mercy from our ice-cold president. The snake starts begging Su Qing for help, but our girl is done being nice. She delivers a savage line, I'm not a saint who forgives just because you said sorry. You go, girl. Xiaomai is dragged away screaming empty threats. Yeah, we've heard it all before. Su Qing thanks her boss for upholding justice. He gives a warning glare to the whole office. With the drama over, her friend suggests they celebrate this chaotic victory. Our girl agrees, but she has to do something first. She quickly sends a text, having dinner with colleagues, I'll be back late. Awa, someone's waiting for her. Her friend teases her for checking in with her man, so cute. But then the mood shifts. The friend asks for advice about a friend with a secret child. Should this friend tell her new boyfriend the truth? Su Qing's answer is immediate and cold, definitely not. Her friend is shocked. Why on earth would she say that? Our girl gives some seriously cynical dating advice. Men won't marry a woman with a past. Her friend is horrified. They won't marry. A poor girl looks heartbroken, trying to convince herself he's just an ordinary friend. But her new godmother sees right through it and promises to have a chat with her later. Meanwhile, our male lead is working up a sweat at the gym. He's pushing himself hard on the treadmill. Finally, he decides he's had enough. He stops the machine and immediately checks his phone. His buddy instantly starts teasing him. That was from Miss Su, wasn't it? He complains about being a single dog, but our man just sighs. Finding true love is hard, okay? The conversation quickly shifts to business and the new recruits for Dark Knight. His friend is shocked to hear that the legendary old man Zhu is training them. How did he manage to convince the guy to come out of retirement? With a smirk, he simply says it was all his personal charm. He casually throws a dart, and of course, it's a perfect bullseye. His friend groans, can't you fail just once? But then another dart flies past, and the friend is absolutely shook. Whoa, you actually missed. He stares in disbelief, but then he realizes something. Wait a second, the boss didn't throw that dart. They both turn to see who did. And there stands a tiny, serious-looking little boy. The friend is stunned. This kid has the exact same eyes and brows as the boss. The terrifying thought crosses his mind. Could this child possibly be? The boss asks the kid who he is. The little guy introduces himself as Xia Tian and declares he'll surpass him one day. What a legend. Suddenly, old man Zhu storms in, scolding the kid for running off again. Turns out this is the legendary chief coach himself. He grabs the little rebel, complaining about how hard he is to discipline. The boss demands to know where this kid came from. Zhu explains he found him abandoned and kept him because he's a natural prodigy. The boss agrees to train him, challenging the boy to surpass him. The kid fires back, I definitely will. This is the cutest rivalry ever. Zhu proudly boasts that Xia Tian is already breaking the boss's old records. The boss gets serious, asking about his background. Zhu confirms the devastating truth, he's an orphan. Xia Tian's little face falls, clearly sensitive about his past. The boss tries to cheer him up, but the kid puffs out his chest. I'm 4, not a crybaby. Softening, our man gently promises him that one day his parents will come for him. The boy's eyes light up with hope, really. He's so happy that he won't be bullied for being an orphan anymore. The boss feels an instant connection and decides to secretly find the boy's parents. Elsewhere, the paparazzi are swarming a fancy party, waiting for a big shot's new goddaughter. A car pulls up and the cameras go crazy. And who steps out but our girl's absolutely shameless father, Suda. He brought the whole trash family with him, expecting a red carpet welcome. But security immediately shuts him down. No invitation, no entry. The guard isn't impressed by his name dropping and calls them scammers. Savage. A reporter twists the knife, reminding him he disowned his daughter. What a public humiliation. Fuming, Suda pulls out his phone to emotionally blackmail our girl into letting him in. Inside, her friend tells her that her deadbeat dad is causing a scene outside. Everyone is disgusted that he would even dare to show his face. But our girl, ever the strategist, tells them to let him in. It's the perfect trap. She knows if she refuses, she'll be branded as ungrateful. Let's see who dares bully her now. Her friend changes the subject, asking why her boyfriend hasn't arrived yet. Our girl explains he's on a business trip and can't make it. Her friend winks, suggesting maybe he's planning a surprise entrance. A flicker of hope crosses our heroine's face. She can't help but feel a little expectant. She wonders silently, will he actually come for her? At the lavish Lai family banquet, everyone is mingling and looking their best. Our girl Su Qing makes her grand entrance, descending the staircase like a queen. The entire room is captivated by her beauty. But her ex Chu Tianyi is completely frozen, much to his date's fury. She snaps his name, furious he's ignoring her. He savagely tells her to keep her shrewish face in check. His date seethes, vowing to humiliate Su Qing later. Meanwhile, a mysterious man in a mask watches our girl from afar. His possessive thoughts are running wild. He wants to hide her away from all these prying eyes. What a chaotic, jealous man. Soon, Su Qing is on stage with her new godfather, President Lai. An ambitious guest sees his chance to impress the powerful young Master Lu. President Lai makes a bombshell announcement. Su Qing is now his goddaughter, and her dowry will be 3% of the Lai Group's shares. Our girl is completely stunned. The crowd goes wild, that's billions of dollars. She's in shock. All she wanted was a little revenge, not to become a billionaire overnight. The masked man's assistant points out this is a trap. The betrothal gift will have to be astronomical. The guests are whispering, has President Lai gone crazy? But the evil stepmother tells her daughter not to worry. She has a plan to utterly disgrace Su Qing tonight. As her godparents lead her away, our girl hears that the infamous young Master Lu is here too. She wonders if her simple debut actually attracted such a huge figure. Just then, a familiar voice calls out her name. It's her wicked stepmother, putting on the performance of a lifetime. She even squeezes out some crocodile tears. Our girl knows this is just a ploy to slander her reputation. Her new godmother isn't having it and immediately questions who this woman is. Su Qing calmly explains her real mother passed away long ago. The stepmother tries to play the victim, but the godmother calls her out on her terrible parenting. The woman stammers, trying to save face. The stepmother smirks, thinking she's cornered our girl. But a tiny voice cries out, "Mommy." A little boy runs straight for Su Qing and hugs her leg. The crowd absolutely loses it, a child, but she's not even married. The masked man's assistant is panicking, but his boss calmly tells him to just keep watching. Our girl looks down, completely frozen in place. This beautiful little boy is looking up at her with so much hope. A painful memory flashes. They told her the child died, but then she heard a rumor he was alive. Could this really be her son? Her godmother demands to know what's happening. Our girl is reeling. The child part of this accusation might actually be true. Across the room, the mysterious masked man watches her every move. He stops his subordinate from interfering, a dark thought crossing his mind. He believes the child is his son, and he won't let her deny it. Downstairs, the chaos continues as the little boy cries for his mommy. But our girl knows this is a setup by her wicked stepsister and stepmother. The man she was with 5 years ago was definitely not this loser. She confronts the actor, demanding to know who sent him. He launches into a dramatic monologue about being a dying man who just wants his child to be cared for. He's trying to paint her as a heartless monster, and it's working. He looks shocked when she threatens to call the cops for defamation. He grabs her arm, desperately trying to sell his sob story. The crowd eats it up, whispering about how scandalous our poor girl is. Even her supposed allies are starting to doubt her. Her own family turns on her, saying they've covered for her long enough. Her stepmother and sister are practically glowing with victory. The masked man asks what she'll do, but our girl is ready to fight back. She calmly asks her godmother to call the police and lock the place down. The scammers start to sweat as the call is made. Their goal was just to ruin her reputation, not actually get arrested. The man doubles down, accusing her of being heartless while the child wails on cue. Her sister chimes in with some award-winning fake tears. But our girl turns the tables, calling out the real heartless person who would use a child for a scheme. She whips out her phone, showing everyone the proof is a terrible Photoshop job. She savagely roasts him for his terrible editing skills. The crowd realizes they've been duped as she exposes the composite photos. Her godmother goes full mama bear, ordering the guards to seize them. The man desperately offers to do a DNA test. The guests now see him for the gold digger he is. They realize he couldn't have pulled this off alone, someone else is behind it. Our girl glares at him, demanding he reveal who put him up to this. He stammers in terror as the police finally arrive. The rat is officially cornered. He makes a run for it, revealing his illness was just another lie. He tries to escape past our heroine, but in a last-ditch effort, he grabs her, trying to take a hostage. She's not having it though, and with a swift move, she flips him. He lands on the floor with a pathetic cry. The masked man smirks, clearly impressed by his fierce woman. His assistant prepares to step in and handle the rest of the mess. The master gives his silent approval.